the window. Some better boys, and they going off the endo. Where they from? DP Palo Alto, Miller Park. They go dumb up in them scrapers. See them coming up the block. Bill Clinton going dumb. All out the scraper. Stunner boys here. Mission is the major. Watch your girl before I take her, cause I'm on the strip shining. We don't move like no clock. But boy, it's big time. And lead a block to my Easter, cause boy, it's big grinding. 20-inch rims. Freaks on film. She eat her, why she eat him? You already know who game tougher than leather. We throw parties that go dumber than ever. Young niggas wildin' out, shaking they dreads. Boy, is you biz or is you smack? Cause you all out the window with a face of a triple stack. I'm money hungry, plus I need all mine. Rigs on the beat, you gon' see our shine. Why you think they call us a dummy foe? Cause we stunt and we stunt hanging out the dope. They holler who that is, hanging all out the window. Some better boys, and they going off the endo. Where they from? DP Palo Alto, Miller Park. They go dumb up in them scrapers. See them coming up the block. They holler who that is, hanging all out the window. Some better boys, and they going off the endo. Where they from? DP Palo Alto, Miller Park. They go dumb up in them scrapers. See them coming up the block. Every time I hit the block, spoon drop the stuff time. Candy on them dub things, bumping for one time. I'ma do the fool like I'm mental and ignorant. Jumping at a stop sign while I ain't giving it. Throwing up the block, cause you know when I'm feeling it. We ghost ride the whip like we ain't even feeling shit. High feed, call a stunner boy. Tennis shoe every whip, now who's stunting boy? At every function, sideshow, neighborhood event. You catch me dipping in the scraper with the 16-inch flip. Reppin' PA, Menlo, Northern Cali finest. If I'm scraping past a dollar, mean the police right behind us. We don't care, we going on Big Perp and X pills. Stunner boys, they stunting the block on big wheels. Get big skrills, cause they ain't fucking with us. We in the building and we feeling like nigga with us. They holler who that is, hanging all out the window. Some stunner boys, and they going off the endo. Where they from? DP Palo Alto, Miller Park. They go dumb up in them scrapers. See them coming up the block. They holler who that is, hanging all out the window. Some stunner boys, and they going off the endo. Where they from? DP Palo Alto, Miller Park. They go dumb up in them scrapers. See them coming up the block. I got a few of my young niggas all out the window. Stunting up the block, niggas know what they info. We feeling stacked, our rims are stacked. Plus we smoking on that perk weed, leaning back. They know we coming up the block, holding the meanest stats. When you stunt like them stunners, you get mean with raps. Candy paints on the model, we mean at that. Bumping nothing less than 15s and holding us at. And we'll teach you how to stunt. All through the bay, we ride candy and blunt. When we come, the show shut down. No field goals, all touchdowns. Police come, we beat those down. High speed and run them through the whole town and get away. I'm not locked like Akon, supercharged kick, running on stop sign. They holler who that is, hanging all out the window. Some stunner boys, and they going off the endo. Where they from? DP Palo Alto, Miller Park. They go dumb up in them scrapers. See them coming up the
Yeah. Hey. B-Eazy Dat Dude, yeah. Shit so hot it's burning up. Just go ahead and turn this up. I bring the pain like an aftermath of a car wreck. There's a lot of niggas that say they real. To me that shit is far-fetched. Them cats is pussy. They really is on some feminine stuff. I ride up on them with the 40 ounces. It's a definition of adrenaline rush. What it do is sweet like cinnamon puffer. My niggas is rough like Willow Pass. Grew up out on Mary Mac, but I used to hang on Willow Pass. These birds that I roll with, outcasts and misfits. For the zip lips when you get hit. When the fifth spit, flat line in your fit bit. Trap habits is black magic, no voodoo. Get the bands like Buku for the pain to go cuckoo. Most is foo-foo, so I'm shitting on them like doo-doo. I can't put y'all like tofu, I'm just saying, man, like Goku. Bad bitch at the house with me watching Netflix on Roku. Them both at the same time, and I swear to God, it was so cool. Street legend, real boss, I call shots cause I'm still saucy. I know some G's to the bike on shite rackin' and fly back out the mill. When they hear me flow, they say I be burning up, burning up. Cookies to the draw is what we burning up, burning up. What you ain't know, oh, we burning up, burning up. This shit so hot, it's burning up. Just go ahead and turn this up. When you hear me flow, say I be burning up, burning up. Cookies to the draw is what we burning up, burning up. What you ain't know, oh, we burning up, burning up. This shit so hot, it's burning up. Just go ahead and turn this up.
You are now tuned into another installment of Eazily Rigged. This broadcast will be uncompromising, unfiltered, uncut, and unrehearsed. Your support for the program is immeasurable. Thanks to everyone that has contributed to our growth, you are appreciated. B-Eazy Dat Dude, Big Rig slaps two of the dopest to ever do it, you feel me? Put some respect on their name. Enjoy the broadcast.
What it do? What it do? We are live and direct with another installment of Easily Rigged. This is none other than B-Eazy Dat Dude coming to y'all on a very late evening. We always do it late. It's very impromptu, very spontaneous and sporadic, but we haven't been here in a couple weeks due to unforeseen circumstances, tragedies, tribulations, traumas. But you know what? The world keeps on spinning. The bills keep on coming. We got to keep on pushing, keep on grinding. That's exactly what we going to do. But let's see who we got in the building. So we got Risa Neal, very loyal, definitely very smart, insightful. So always appreciate when Risa Neal is in the chat, because she's gonna give her opinion, and it's a valuable perspective. So shout out to Risa Neal. And we got M3 himself saying, is that B-Eazy rapping? Yeah, that's me. I got a couple things in my arsenal, so look forward to 2023. I got some fire music coming out, and I try to have a balance. I am a person who comes from the mud, the soil, the streets, so most of my productions and proclivities would lean towards that side, but I also try to have a wide array of music, so I try to have a balance of some fun, fundamental, kind of frivolous fuckery, but also something that's substantive, sophisticated, and dare I say, sexy. So shout out to M3 with the fire emojis. But yeah, that's the tip of the iceberg. So you're going to see and hear a lot more of that. And we just waiting for Big Rig to get in the building. But yeah, hopefully everybody is doing well. And while we waiting, I'm going to go ahead and play one more brand, and then I'm going to just get right into it.
I didn't understand that.
And my phone is going off. Bixby, I don't know if y'all got a Android. My phone is going off with the Bixby. Sometimes you say random stuff and it say, I didn't hear that voice command. That's because I didn't give you a voice command. But the AI stuff is always trying to take over. I'm waiting for Big Rig. Where you at?
Hold on. If it's up, then it's stuck, man.
So Big Rig telling me to hold on. I've been holding on. Where you at, brother? But let's see. I'm gonna run this one for y'all real quick though, and then I'm gonna get right into it. Shout out to everybody that's in attendance, in the chat, on the panel, that may come on the panel. Salute to y'all. Hold on. It looks like we got Joseph in the building. Shout out to Stan the man, whore. My brother. But yeah, let me know if you want to come up, Stan, and anyone else. He already laughing because he know what time it is. Stan is for the streets, but you know what? He is a respectable and a responsible man, and that's all you can ask of him. You know what I mean? He works hard, so he likes to play just as harder. Okay. We are back with it and also joined surprisingly by an illustrious guest, Mr. Best. Mr. Best, you there? I don't know if you was prepared to come up. I know you typically like to be chilling and cooling. But if you are unprepared, I could just drop you back down and you can let me know whenever you're ready. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop you down and just let me know in a private chat. But we are joined by Mr. Best, so at some point he will be chiming in. I'm gonna just drop him down right now. So this was kind of like an open topic. I had a series of topics that I wanted to do. I was unsure of which one I want to settle on, but this one is a personal one to me. So I may be doing a series of topics, but what we can start with, let me go ahead and I'm gonna write it, but I would say, as you can see at the bottom, it says expound your mind with open topics. So one of these open topics that I want to do, I'm about to create a banner right now. Hold on. Just give me uno momento. Actually, while I'm typing this up, I'm going to hit y'all with one more thing. Easily rig. Okay, we are back at it. So hold on. Give me uno momento. All right. Bam. Now let me know when y'all see this scrolling at the bottom. Make reaching out a ritual. Now, when I pose a topic or a statement that we are going to expound on, it's usually open ended because it leaves it up for interpretation and you can have a very balanced and nuanced discussion. This make reaching out a ritual, the reason why I came up with this specific phrase to speak on is because I had a close friend of mine who was from the Bay Area, Danville, California, grew up. If you look up Danville, California, it's a pretty affluent area. A lot of people there are well off, have substantial amount of money. Some people are middle class and well above middle class. So I had a good buddy of mine. He moved to Colombia a few years back. I think it's pronounced Medi. I don't know. It's Medellin or Medellin. I'm not sure. Maybe y'all can correct me on that. Long story short, he moved out there and he recently, a couple days ago, self-deleted himself. And they're saying that it was no foul play, but we just have to accept what the Colombian authorities have already said and confirmed, which is that he jumped off of a near 40-foot building to meet his demise. So once again, one of my best friends allegedly self-deleted himself by jumping off of a near 40-foot building. So that's why I say make reaching out a ritual. I was actually talking to him the day before he did that, and I didn't see nor hear, suspect any signs of that. But some people that are very near and dear to you, one moment you keep telling yourself, hey, I'm going to reach out to him. I'm going to reach out to him. I'll do it this week, this month, this year. And the longer you prolong it, the time that you say, you know what, this is going to be the day that I'm going to reach out to him, they may not even be there, or you may not even be there, you know? So we don't really like to think about meeting our demise and coming to our expiration date and unfortunately, I could say that it's a form of delusion, because if you don't factor that, hey, one day you're not going to be here, how are you going to properly prepare, to have funeral arrangements, life insurance? If you have offspring, are they going to be okay? Some people talk about legacy. They have kids, they've been coddling their kids like little bratty babies. Not all, but some people have been coddling their kids like little bratty babies. And when they pass away, when they meet their expiration date, is that really going to be your legacy? A unprepared kid that's not going to be able to navigate through the concrete jungle, not going to be able to swim and survive with the corporate sharks? So people need to wake up and make reaching out a ritual. Some people, especially men, are going through a lot of stuff, and we're told to man up, get over it. Um, you know, you ain't ish, you're just a dusty. You're only good for sperm, and then we don't need you. So there's a lot of men that have broken thought processes, broken hearts. Their mind is fragmented, and it's not just men. I'm just speaking for the men because of my specific situation with a near friend of mine. And it's actually it's a bit difficult talking about it right now, but if you have anybody in your life that you truly care about, make reaching out a ritual. Now we have all of the technology. People used to write letters, fly pigeons, and do all this stuff. So um you know ideally is to see a person face to face, be able to shake a hand, hug, cuddle. But if you're unable or unwilling to do that, at least send a text message. People tout how quick they are with sending text. Well, send a quick text message to someone that you truly care about. Call them. We have all of these apps now. Even if you broke or you going through some hard times and you don't have a phone, go to the library. You can get on Instagram and message someone. Or if you have Wi-Fi, even if your phone is deactivated, if you are able to sign into Wi-Fi, you can still make calls from there. WhatsApp, um, Duo, Instagram, Facebook, even StreamYard. If you have a StreamYard account, you can just send the link to people and have private chats or discussions where you talk to each other. But make reaching out a ritual. But let me get to the chat, and it looks like I've been joined by some esteemed guests, and we'll continue the discussion. But I don't want to put people in a somber mood or anything, but this is something that just recently happened to me. And when I say make reaching out a ritual, you don't have to reach out on some negative uh sadness thing. Make a reaching out and say, hey, look, I'm doing well, I got a business. I don't know how's it going at your job, but man, I could get you a job here, or I could hire you on. Or look, you got 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, I'll match you, and let's get a property here, let's invest in this business here. So when you reach out, don't only reach out with negative news. you know Make sure that there's a balance of the yin and yang, enough positive information and affirmation to balance out the negativity, because life is pain, life is stressing and struggling, but it's also being triumphant and overcoming that stuff. So, in order to see the rainbow, which people like seeing the rainbow, it's very beautiful. But in order to see the rainbow, you got to get the rain. You know what I mean? So, and it looks like we are joined by none other than Stan the Man.
Yo, what's up?
What's good with you, big dog? How you been?
I'm doing pretty good. It's all good, man. Hey, don't let people know, like, a lot of times people pronounce Joseph as Joseph. So I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. You are. I know you as Joseph.
Used to get me in trouble when people used to send my checks. I'm like, no, it's Joseph. Don't ruin my checks like that. If people try to pronunciate it, they like Joseph. I'm like, okay, don't spell it Josef. I can't cash it. So
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 shout
I'll let
out.
people know like Joseph, but it is enunciated Joseph.
So
And
shout
I can.
out to.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I just wanted to give a quick shout out so we can just continue the discussion. So shout out to Daryl Long. Go ahead and
Daryl.
subscribe to his channel. Kings and Dreams. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Both of these brothers is putting out some fire. He says red pill. I don't know exactly who or what you're referring to. But you know, salute to Kings and Dreams and Daryl. But yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to get to that. But go ahead and rock out.
No. It's okay. Because to enunciate my name, I guess the way they say Miami on the islands is Stanley Joseph. That's how they all say it. Not Stanley Joseph. They enunciate it as Stanley Joseph. I do have a middle name, but I want to protect my identity.
Okay, who you running from? The Federales? That boy, Stan the man or Stan the convict?
On the streets, they call me JoJo.
I'm like, is Stan even your real name?
Oh, I'll give a little sidebar. You ready for this? In college, I was known as Bam Bam, right? I'm the only, but please don't call me Bam. Well, I was called Bam
I was
Bam.
about to call you that.
So don't go. So I'm like in Oakland with the kids, right? And then somebody yelled, "Bam Bam!" I'm like, oh my God, my past has come back to find me. And she's looking up like, who's Bam Bam? I'm just like, go to the swings. Go to the swings. You don't need to know these things. Just go to the swings, go play.
Man, M3 on you in the chat. He said you is Stan Ho and you used to live in San Ho. And then he over here saying Stan Bam. I like the Stan Bam. And then we got none other than John Sin Different. One of the realest dudes that I know. Definitely a very talented individual. Created music, films, fashion. So check out John Sin Different. Definitely a very reputable and talented young man. Salute to the brother. Stan Bam Wham, thank you, ma'am. God damn. M3 is activated tonight. I thought he would. Salute to M3 because he was supposed to go to sleep. It was gonna be an early night for him, but he stayed up. I don't know if he
does he even
had
sleep?
A red bill. That's why M3 might be a vampire. M3, you should try out for that new blade. You should.
I don't think he sleeps.
I wonder, is that Red Bull? Because I know he didn't pop no Molly or nothing like that.
No. He don't do that. Like, but I don't think he sleeps. Cause I'm like, man, you might hear like he's on Twitch playing Mario Brothers, like the car game.
M3 or Vamp 3.
Yeah, kind of like, man, this man.
I was like, cuz do streams, then he do a 10-hour shift, take a shower, hit on Smash.
And he's full of
energy. I don't know
energy.
how he do it. Shout out to M3. He says, appreciate the shout out, bro. No problem, man. That's what we do. We shout each other out, but we also gotta make sure that we support each other, not just simply shout each other out, but support each other by liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting on other people's content. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's like, hey, go check out B-Eazy. I'll tell someone to go subscribe to John. The word of mouth is still the most effective and most powerful tool, because if you think about when you look at an Amazon review, which is a bunch of people just writing, you don't physically or personally know the people, but you'll have 50 good reviews and then you'll focus on that one negative review. And it's the same with like recommendations. You know, you may hear 50 good reviews, but if someone that's very near and dear to you or you trust their judgment say, look, bruh, don't watch this movie or don't buy these shoes, you'll probably do it simply based off the word of mouth. And it doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to be the right decision, but it happens all the time, bruh.
True.
But shout out to, we got So Hopeful in the building. Peace and prosperity. So hopefully you are doing good and well. Your family is blessed and highly favored. And we got Kings and Dreams. Kings and Dreaming here popping that red pill like it's Skittles. That boy Kings and Dreams over there popping that pill. Pop the pill and I'm sweating. Whew. But shout out to John in the building still. And then M3 says, I sleep behind the wheel when parked. That's what I'm saying. He parked vampire, you know. He's a day walker though, but it's all good. Yeah. Shout out to M3. But I want you to speak on something real quick, because I say make reaching out a ritual. And one thing about Stan the man, he has no issues with reaching out to you. He has no issues with sending you messages. If you need some information, Stan will send it to you. So Stan, could you talk about the way I laid out make reaching out a ritual? I told you about my friend who had self-deleted himself. Yeah. He jumped off a near 40-foot building. I don't need you to go necessarily to that angle, but could you speak about how it is, at least if you believe this, is important and imperative to reach out to people that you care about, whether it's to send a joke, to do a wellness check, to do business with them, to invite them to a dinner, anything.
Yeah, I'll say this about reaching out. It's weird. Like we have, like you mentioned before, we have all this technology, but I feel certain times like with all this technology, I'm not really close to as many people as I can be. When I didn't have it, like it was.
Hold on. I gotta, we gotta unpack that because. And hold on, we had Kings and Tree saying, I'm just a real one, my G. And nah, it's all love. I'm not saying you wasn't a real G. I was just saying that you was popping those red pills like they was Skittles. That's all I was saying. Shout out to Kings and Dream. He definitely is a real one, putting out fire content. Go sub, but not before you finish this stream. But back to my bro, Stan. Now I understand exactly what you're saying. It does sound weird and it sounds like an excuse. So I'm gonna just set this alley-oop for you so you can slam dunk this. It sounds like an excuse, right? Oh man, you got more ways to contact people. But even with these more ways, we've been so dumbed down intellectually, psychologically, that it actually makes us lazy and damn near incompetent. I'm from an era where people rode bikes. If Stan, you lived in my neighborhood, I rode a bike to your house, picked you up, and then we go to somebody else's house on a bike and pick them up, and we mob around the neighborhoods, go to different people's house, climb trees, go to McDonald's, go to the mall. That's what we used to do. I don't even see kids.
Man,
I mean, in Oakland, you do.
How about this? As adults in the East Bay, we all used to meet up, go to Jack London Square, go to TGI Fridays, or go to Barnes & Noble across from the Jack London Square place, go to Scotty's, or my favorite, the place that spells spaghetti. I've got the name of it.
I don't know the name of the place, but I know that whole area that you're talking about.
That used to be live and popping.
Every weekend was live and popping. They had live music, and you know what? It was a ton of black folks, ton of mixed people of all ethnic groups, and you know what wasn't happening? Nobody was getting deleted.
No. And then on top of that, you ready for it? We'll go to a nightclub. and we'll do two places that we all normally go to. Everybody go to Denny's at Emeryville,
Oh, the Denny's was
or
lit. Oh, Stan, you definitely for the streets if you know about that Denny's. That Denny's
oh
was
yeah,
crazy. And
Denny's was
it
like
used to be packed.
yes,
Even
because
in the
it's like
parking lot. It was cracking in the parking lot.
yeah, because there'll be some girls like I ain't getting no numbers. I'm like, you can have mine. What you say? You heard me? Come over here.
That boy Stan was shooting his shot. Stan was Steph Curry at Denny's. He was shooting his shot. No,
Oh, and
but
then it'd be like the light skin versus the brown skin versus the dark skin. It was
and
like hilarious. So at Denny's, or you be at, and I forgot the place. Right by the Children's Hospital, there is a Jack in the Box. Because Jack in the Box open 24 hours,
always.
and it was right there. I forgot what it's like, 150 something street, like that borderline between North Oakland and Berkeley. But we're
M3 saying,
all
what Denny's you talking about?
Denny's in Emeryville. Denny's in
Yeah,
Emeryville, and then it was Jack in the Box up in. It was the one. Oh my goodness! It was out there. It was like right by the Children's Hospital of Oakland. Like it's somewhere around there in the back in the cuts. But it was a 24 hours Jack in the Box. If you didn't want to go Denny's, because Denny's was like a 2-hour wait or hour wait, then you'll just go ahead and head on to Jack in the Box.
Yeah, no, and now that does happen, but it's not the same simply because when people go out there,
Mm-hmm.
the times that we speaking of, we used to go out there and actually enjoy one another. Now, when people go out in those same environments that you described, people are not trying to really enjoy one another. They're trying to just get a good clip for social media to kind of show off. So
Yeah.
if
And that's what I
we're
meant. Like it's hard with all this technology. We're not close. Just like for instance, right? Give an example. I can post my life on Instagram or Facebook, but people will like, okay, I know what he's up to, but necessarily don't reach out to me.
yeah, hold on. Salute to Wally, and Wally, if you want to come up, just let me know, bruh. And Kings and Dreams, let me know if you want to come up. But yeah, you are absolutely right. And that's why I say make reaching out a ritual, because the reason why I brought up the bikes, because it used to be where, man, what is Stan doing? I'm just about to go over Stan's house and see what he's doing. I'm going to knock on Stan's door. Oh, is he here? Could he come out? Can he play? Do you want to have to go to lunch? Do you want to do this? Oh, Stan can't? All right, cool. I'm going to bounce. Now, and I understand, things are different, due to certain families and other structures. But what
No,
I'm
we
just,
still used to do that stuff. It's like, man, Friday night, get in the car. What's up? Hey, we're gonna be
you'll pull
here.
up, right?
Yeah, like let's go, and then we'll go meet up at the mall. And again, I'll say this: a lot of times people don't want to go out. No, they want you to hang out at their house, and it's like, man, something got to give here. Like, we gotta meet up again because like people don't like meeting up, and I'm beginning to see it because there's some people who say stuff like, "Hey, I gotta go to the gym with you," and I'm just like, dude, that was like 20 years ago. Like, what you talking about, Willis? Like, what you talking about? So people remember your interests. People know what you do, but people are not. They're not thinking about it. And the sad part about it takes until
Until
the
you're no
leads.
longer here.
Yeah, for people to like, oh, I want to spend time, and I'm just like, well, I'm not too sure if that's going to be just a feeling for you, or you just going through your own thing because of loss. But I'm set in my ways, and I'll say this, like,
Damn, Stan, you sound like Sub-Zero. You a little cold. Stan, you spitting facts, but I'm like, bruh, it's an icebox for your heart used to be, bruh.
Well, it's not like an icebox. I'll say like this: is like when you want to hang out, then you will want, then you're gonna do it. But I don't like people who say they're gonna hang out. I'm pretty much like not feeling it. Like you say it and it's just a thing to say, but you don't mean it. Like if this was the South, we say what we mean, right? Here in California, we got more flakes than Kellogg's. That's number one. That's just the truth about California. No matter where you are in California, you got more flakes than Kellogg's. It's a regular that people flake on you here in California, and it's just a regular thing. You get used to it, and it's to the point like when you get used to it, those who are serious are serious. Those who are not, you just like, oh, he's just saying it, and then just keep it. I never say to anybody like we gotta hang out. I never say that. I'm careful with my words.
Yeah, and being careful with your words is very important. Because you can say, hey. That's why some people say, hey, we should get together. But usually when you're saying we should get together, that's kind of like making plans. But I do agree. I don't want to agree with you with that regard. But in terms, this is not something I want to agree with you on. But in terms of the flakes, yes, because people ultimately, so say for instance, this is one of the most annoying things that people do. It can be someone that you know from high school, it can be someone that you know from college or from a job. They've had all of the means to contact you. They've had access to you on social media. They've had your number before. Some of times they have you on Facebook, Instagram. They have a way to send a direct message to you. But what happens is they see you at the Walmart, and then suddenly they want to say, hey, Stan, take my number down.
Yeah, I don't have a number. I'm like, look, you have I need pictures because I'm not gonna store my phone with numbers I never call. I got numbers I block. I need to save those, but I don't save numbers I don't call.
But that's essentially what they asking for. It's kind of like a flake thing. It's like, we don't really fool with each other, but here, let's take each other number down, act like we're cool and act like we connect. And then, let's make a bunch of plans to do something and flake. Like, yeah, bro, we got to get together. And so it's one of, it's somebody like I don't even think I could call him a friend anymore. I just, and that's okay with me. I just have to call him an acquaintance, you know what I mean? Or an associate, someone that I'm associated with and affiliated with, but he's definitely not a friend or family member. At one point he was, but sometimes you just have to know when you have to make a transition in the relationship. So this is a person that I've helped, and we did a lot of good things together, but I've helped him out tremendously, and none of that stuff I even care about because I don't throw that type of stuff in people's face. I do it genuinely. But I reached out to him and we were supposed to collaborate on some projects, and he said, yeah, I'm down to do it. I want to do it. And I say, all right, cool. Let's set up the date. Here's the date. Here's the times. Let's do this. And then we're making confirmations for the dates. And then something always happens to come up. And then they want to give me excuses about being busy. And look, I don't really be pocket watching or stalking people. But, people like to try to highlight and showcase their life on social media. So every post you over here cupcaking, right? Smooching, butt kissing and butt licking, that's fine, bruh. It's your prerogative. You have every right to do that. But when you telling me that you're busy and you don't have time to do this, but every time you going out, living your best life, with a gang of friends at the club doing meaningless, frivolous stuff, but you keep saying you don't have time to do some business stuff. Bruh, you're a grown person. You can have as much fun as you want. You can go take your girl on as many dates as you want. But
or could it be he's one of those?
When you say one of those, and hold on, let me just say this, and then I'm gonna set this up for you, but
okay,
it's a bit disrespectful to me when people say I didn't do something because I'm busy. Now, I don't expect someone to do something right away. right? Because I truly am busy, so I respect other people being busy. But when you just completely don't do something that is very simplified, that doesn't require you to do. So if I ask Stan to do something that requires a lot of him, for him to drive 5 hours and go out of his way for something, that I could understand if he couldn't do. But if I say, hey, Stan, I just need you to make a couple calls for me. Could you do that? Ah, bro, I was too busy. And then you tell me that you were playing Fortnite for 4 hours. See, now you disrespectful because I asked a favor of you that would have took 15 minutes, and then you spent 4 hours doing something that ain't gonna make you any money, that's not gonna build any relationship or any camaraderie. But due to your selfishness and egotism, you want to do some stuff like that, you know. So it's a lot of things like that that come in. But hold on, I gotta address Princess K because she like Lecrae. Princess K is like Lecrae. Why? Because she coming in hot. She says, what I come into? Y'all out here eating groceries? I'm praying for y'all toothbrushes and floss as well as your dentist. So Princess K,
Oh my God.
or should I say Madam K? Madam K is coming in hot. And when I say hot, I do mean hot. Princess K, why are you even thinking about groceries? I mean, are you a fan of groceries being eaten? Fair question to ask. She says, but hey, y'all, and she throws the heart. I'm just saying,
Wow.
Princess K. Princess Madam K, I don't think she is opposed to grocery eating. If so, let me know.
Lord.
Right? To each its own, or to eat its own.
Oh
You
my
know,
goodness.
I'm just saying. If it's your own spouse, then why shouldn't you be able to have a snack, an appetizer, an entree? Isn't that the whole point of, you know, unionizing the relationship? And Marcus says, no problem, anytime. Is he saying anytime that he eat the groceries or what? I don't know, but maybe so. But shout out to Marcus. And we got Big Rig Slaps in the building. He says, throw the link. And M3 like to eat his own, yeah. But Princess K gonna
To eat his own.
Princess K gonna throw a little innuendo and then bounce. Where you at with your old little freaky self? Madam K, where you at? But the link, I don't know. The link should have been in the chat, but if it's not, yeah, M3 sent the link on your IG. And she says, yes, that is a pet peeve of mine. Hold on. Groceries is the groceries a pet peeve? Hold on, I gotta read this a little bit more closely. Yes, that is a pet peeve of mine. I asked for a favor that takes a couple minutes, and you just had a wild time spending hours on some crap that won't even benefit you. You're blocking your blessing. Okay, so this particular one is not about the groceries. I do agree with this. And is quite infuriating, because especially when we are trying to build something. Look, I'm not trying to beg you. I'm not trying to hold your hand. I'm not trying to annoy you or anything. Most of the time we have agreed upon something, right? We want to move forward. We want to build something. We want to progress. In order for us to progress, we both are going to have to make progressive steps. We're both going to have to sacrifice something. You know, there's plenty
Is it really a sacrifice too? Is it really a sacrifice?
Well, yes, it is a sacrifice, and this is what I'm gonna explain why.
Okay.
Hold on, Big Rick. I'm gonna bring you right into the discussion. I'm just gonna finish this one with Stan, and then I'm gonna go to Big Three, and I'm gonna go to Big Rig and Mr. Best. But the reason why it's a sacrifice is because people have been programmed and conditioned to make these things a part of their ritual. You know, it's a habit. So in order to stop doing the habit, the thing they're programmed and essentially brainwashed to do, They have to sacrifice that. Now, it shouldn't probably, I mean, to say that it should be viewed as a sacrifice is kind of, could be up for interpretation or debate based on individual perspective. The reason why I say it's a sacrifice is because people are literally addicted to many of these things. They said that people spend 6 to 8 hours on average on social media per day. So somebody would see that as a sacrifice if you tell them to just say, hey, redirect those 6 hours to something else. But if you can say, hey, maybe just sacrifice 2 hours out of the 6 hours, I think it will probably be a more effective tool, because regardless of what people should be doing, people are not just going to snap out of stop using their social media, right? People are just not gonna, if they don't go on Instagram for a while, they'll be on Facebook. If they don't go on Facebook for a while, they'll be on TikTok. If they're not on TikTok for a while, they'll be on YouTube, which is still social media. So it is a bit of a sacrifice, just like food. You may love eating meat and fried chicken. It shouldn't be viewed as a sacrifice, but that is a sacrifice to stop eating fried chicken and start eating something else that may be perceived as, more healthy for you. But you can pick it up from there, Stan.
So all I was going to say was there. I agree with you. There was like a point where I drove to see some friends, right? And we had an appointment and we agreed on the time. I lived in Vallejo and I drove from Vallejo to Hayward. And they weren't there. And they didn't pick up the phone. That was very disrespectful. And I had to, like, after that, like, let them know, like, I'm not driving this far to Hayward, like, ever again. Like, and whatever excuse they gave me, I'm like, I didn't want to hear it. I called, you should have picked up. Just like, hey, let me come there real quick. Can't spend that much time. I'm sorry, blah, blah. You just don't do that to people. But there's like people who have that habit. This is what I know is when I say like one of those, there are people who like to have somebody on like their schedule only to blow them off so they can feel better about themselves.
Yeah, so they can feel a bit more important.
Yes, and that's why I say like he could be one of those.
Yeah. And then that's because, mind you, I reached out to him multiple times because, I'm about getting stuff done. So if I need Stan to help me with something, I'm not going to sit around waiting for Stan to call me. I mean, like, hey, Stan, are you still going to help me with that thing? And if I have to call you again and say, hey, Stan, remember the thing that we talked about? Are we going to do that? But then it gets to a point where some people make it seem like you're bothering them, or damn, man, you keep hitting me up. Like, hold on, bro, we both agreed on this. Now when I hit you up, you making it seem like it's a problem and like I'm nagging you and stalking you like some little, whiny bitch, and that ain't the case. So it is very disrespectful. But let me just tap into the chat real quick. And Princess K says, I don't kiss and tell, dear. And that's unfortunate because we would have loved to hear the story. I'm sure it would have been 50 Shades of K. I'm sure that would have been a great story to tell. And then we got Marcus in the building being supportive as always. So shout out to Marcus. And M3 says, Big 3, B-Eazy is now genetically modifying our names. You know what? I do got a clique that's actually called the Big 3. It's me, Johnson, Different, and my bro, the boy Spit, so that's why I kind of slipped up. But M3 is like, he don't care. He just shooting shots at whoever. And then this is a pleasant surprise, the real Serious B. Hold on, I had to blink my eyes real quick and see, do I got cataracts or is this the real Serious B? Will she please stand up? Shout out to Miss Lola. Lola Jade if she's angry. Shout out to Lola. Always, bringing very substantive, informative, but rather controversial positions. So shout out to Lola. Princess K says, Stan, those aren't friends. Oops, my bad. Bam Bam, those aren't friends. Those are blocked bitches. Excuse my French, please.
Oh, you're right, Princess K. I did block them.
Oh, Stan, yo.
That's why I got iPhone. iPhone, they can send a text, they can call. It'll like, okay, you can like leave a message, but I'll never get it because you blocked permanently.
Oh, Stan, quick with the block game, huh? M3,
Oh, yeah.
Princess K, they were never friends in the beginning. Those were church boys. And Princess K says, there's many things that can be returned. Time is not one of them. And quite frankly, I refuse to waste my time on anyone that doesn't respect mine. And that's what I say. It is extremely disrespectful because, look, if I say, hey, Stan, let's have a business meeting and have lunch. Just because we set a date to have lunch and I say, hey, I'm going to meet you here, it doesn't mean that I'm busy. It doesn't mean that I'm not busy. It doesn't mean that I don't have anything else in my life to do but to meet you for lunch and discuss business. But out of respect for you, out of really wanting to get something done and build something constructive, I said, hey, look, I'm going to sacrifice either time with my family, time making money, time working out on fitness, which is working on your health or meditating. I'm going to take this time out of my day to meet you, and then you blow me off. And I understand if it's a legitimate reason, you're in a car accident, it's a family emergency, but you blow me off to watch a sports game and then your team loses anyway. You blow me off to go cupcake and go trip on an OnlyFans dot.
Were they a Dallas Cowboys fan?
Cowboys fans, Niners fans, all of them is crying. They both crying, saying my team, my this. Oh, how much are you getting? What stipend or what dividend are they sending you? $0. So why you keep saying my team?
They got nada.
Look, I'm a sports fanatic, bro. I grew up playing sports, loving sports. I still love and appreciate the sport, but what I love and appreciate more is freedom, solidarity, and empowerment. And most of these sports organizations don't promote that. They promote corporatism, monopolies, and crony capitalism, where the very few maintain the resources and power. And I don't just like seeing anyone, because I'm a humanitarian, but specifically my people be exploited unfairly and unjustly. So that's why I'm not overly rah-rah, a lot of games I don't watch. If I do watch it, I watch the highlights, and most of the highlights I watch, I don't watch it from the NFL channel. I watch it from independent content creators that create and cover the game,
Yeah.
And I'll just say with a lot of movies, I'm a pirate, I'm not going to say too much more because, they try to hit you. But yeah, if it's a movie I really enjoy, I'll go to the theaters. Everything else,
it's pirate. A gift. No, we'll say it's a gift. It's a gift.
Yeah, it's a gift. Yeah, it's a gift. It's a gift given to me from another pirate. It's a treasure given to me from another pirate.
Yes, I won't say we know.
And then a flip-flopper, those type get on my nerves, like the world owes them something. Yeah, the world doesn't owe us.
What's a flip-flopper?
Anything.
What's that?
A flip-flopper is just the people that are saying like, hey, Stan, man, I miss you, bro. We really need to get together, man. Let's go have some dinner, man. We got to go to that Denny's that we used to go to in Emeryville. And then, I switch up and say, man, I don't really want to go to that Emeryville because, man, cats do be tripping and then the police be out, you know what I mean? And then it's a new variant of COVID, and you see what I'm saying? Like the flip-floppers, they always find a reason to go back, and sometimes they go out they way to lie. It's like, look, if you was gonna lie, it's kind of like the dog ate my homework, right? It's like,
Yeah.
look, if you was gonna lie, at least give me a believable lie. I still know it's a lie, but at least you respected my intelligence enough to not give me a fourth grade lie.
Can I tell
But
you about a
shout out
flip
to the
flopper
real
I know?
serious B.
Can I tell you
Yeah, go
about
ahead.
there's a flip flopper I known since I was a kid. So like when I was like 18, 19. And I worked with this organization. He was like older than me, editor, and he was like, "Hey, like, I want you, when you turn 21, I'm going to take you out for a drink." Let me tell you this: it never happened. Now, mind you, this cat then died. Like I think when I was like 33 or 34, and it was like I never had that drink with him, but he always kept on saying like, "Hey," even when I turned 22, 23, it just never happened. And it comes to that point. You know, with people who keep on saying that, I don't know if they know, like, you don't buy into their promises anymore.
Okay, so but that's in first and Serious B says, Stan, you be cutting up, and that is true.
What you
Lola, no,
mean? What?
yeah, hold on, yeah, but because that is a vague term. I do agree, Stan does be cutting up, but Miss Serious B, I'm gonna need you to be a little bit more specific in the type of cutting up you're referring to what Stan does, because about on Easily Rigged, we like to be very accurate. So Miss Serious B, we would appreciate the clarity and context. And Princess K says, flip floppers remind me of a fish out of water, constantly twitching each way to speak lie. It is true, right? Because when they be over here twitching and twerping everywhere because they telling the lie, they actually get mad at you for not believing the lie. And they look at you and, oh, what you saying? I'm lying? I'm not saying you lying, but I do know you're lying. I never said it, but you're projecting the fact that you know that you lying, and you can see my expression, which says I'm not falling for the lie. See, that's what gets them infuriated, is that when you they want you to believe the lie, and when you just looking at them like, yeah, okay. Oh, what, you don't believe me, Stan? No, I don't
No, I
believe
don't.
you.
Actually, I don't have to
And,
say nothing. I have a look on my face. It's like a resting Haitian face. My resting
correct.
Haitian face.
It's better to stick to the rest in Haitian face, because even when you don't say something, even once you don't utter verbal words, you still are saying something. That's why there's something called body language. Most, they say 80 to 70% of communication is body language, right? Because I could say, hello, Stan, and I can be standing up straight and tall and smiling, or I can say, hello, Stan, and be hunched over. It's going to communicate a different message of me saying the same words. So, and Real Serious B says, this is why I teach my kids one's word must be reliable. Your word must be reliable, and some say your words must be impeccable. And before I get to the next comment, I'm gonna bring Big Rig because he's been patiently waiting. But the chat has been on fire, man, and we have been joined by none other than OG Patrice. Greetings and salutations, OG Patrice. Shout out to you, salute to you. Hopefully all is well. You stand and remaining blessed. I definitely got to do some work with OG Patrice, get her on the stream, do some collaborations. But in the meantime, make sure that y'all support the sister. And we got people that's in the chat very active. The chat is activated, and we appreciate y'all being here this late. This is the impromptu stream, but y'all know how we do on Easily Rigged. We gotta bring that fire, gotta bring that authenticity every time. And hold on, she says, oh no, I was referring to his ball game reference for if it's a good excuse or not. Okay. All right. So Big Rig, I see you over there. You looking fly with the Marty McFly goggles. You got the do-rag looking like who's bad. All you missing is that UFO light. So John, where you at, John? Send my boy a call. Oh, okay. It wasn't nothing but a word, huh? I said a word and then he lit up. He lit up, okay.
Let
Big
there be
Rick's,
light.
that's what I'm saying. Big Rig slaps or Big Rig shines. I don't know.
What's good, y'all?
Big Rig, what's up with you, man?
What's up?
Just chilling, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. I was on the freeway, bro, headed to the house, so I didn't really get to catch anything, bro. So I don't really know kind of what y'all talking about. I was trying to kind of catch a feel from what y'all was saying. Kind of like sounded like people that be kind of bullshitting, you know, saying they gonna do something.
Hold on. So let me just say, all right, hold on. So I didn't, hold on, Big Rig. I didn't want to do it to you, but
Hold on. If it's up, then it's stuck, man.
I was talking.
I like that.
I was talking, bro. Was cutting me off.
Hold on. Now I'm doing a hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hold on, Big Rig. So let me set this up for you, brother. So, and I need to turn, man, I don't know if y'all got Droid, but I got this Bixby thing. I be saying certain stuff and the voice thing always be saying, I didn't understand that. So it'd be trying to pick up on voice commands that I'm not even giving it. But that's a separate thing. You know, that's why they say you got to be careful on the phone, because he said the folks might be taping, but the folks always taping. But Big Rig, essentially, you know, this was an open topic and I wanted to get to some other topics, but this one has been so rich and the chat has been so activated. So, you know, and there's so many avenues because, you know, we like to have the open-ended discussions. And this is how I started it out, reaching out a ritual. And this is for those who just tuned in and for the people that have been listening the whole time. I had a close friend of mine's in this week. He just recently self-deleted himself. He jumped off of a 40-foot building to his demise. And that what inspired me to make reaching out a ritual. Because there's some people that you want to talk to and you've been meaning to call, or I'm gonna call them this day, this week, this year. And when you finally get around to it, you may not be able to reach out to them. And there's also, when you're trying to build community, you're trying to empower family, you need to make communicating, reaching out, a ritualistic practice. You know, if you guys are trying to reach your fitness goals, if you guys are trying to plan family parties, weddings, if you're trying to carry out business, you guys need to be reaching out together as a ritual. So that was pretty much the basis and the premise for me starting this discussion. You can go any way that you want with it, you know what I mean? And then I'm gonna get to the chat, but make reaching out a ritual based on what I just said. What do you think about that?
First of all, man, my condolences to you, bro, for what you're going through with your partner, man. The cold thing is, bro, is just over the weekend, one of my partners put up a post on Instagram, and one of the homegirls, and I knew this girl since she was probably in junior high. She ended up self-deleting herself, bro. She hung herself about a week ago, and she did it because the man she was with was you know, telling her all kind of things of, she ain't a good mom, and just people getting arguments and stuff like that. But words have such power in them, and I think people forget how strong and powerful words can be. But the reason why I bring that up is because I had left him a message. I gave him a call, but he had put up a video of like, I want to say maybe last month, of them like at the club, you know what I'm saying? Because my boy was real close with her. And I ain't talked to her, bro. I mean, shit, last time I seen her, she was probably a freshman in high school. And now she was probably about like a good 30 years old, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't seen her or anything in a long time. And what I had put on there, is I wish I could have gave you a hug and let how dope of a person you are. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could have reached out. And I've been losing a lot of people, bro, over the last 2 years. And, I say it a lot, when I'm on my Instagram post and shit, but I do live by it, bro. And I'm all for, getting at your peoples, man. Because life is really, really short, bro. Like we're really not promised tomorrow. I never thought I would be losing people at a rate that I've been losing people at, bro. These last few years, it's like, it's scary. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't even recall, my parents losing, people in their life, friends and everything, like how I'm losing them, bro. So it's really different right now, man. So I'm really all for the just, keeping in contact, man, and trying to just do better. And when it comes to that sense, because, it hurts, bro. It really hurts when you, find out certain things, man, and you can't really, speak on it anymore, or talk to that person anymore. And plus, it's just good to do that anyways, man, because, people change, man, in life. And so many things can happen within a year. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't kind of touching bases with your folks, you ain't got to touch bases with them every week, bro. But I mean, at least every couple months, a month or so, just tap in, man. Just see how things is going. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was dope, man. That was a good little topic, bro.
Yeah, man, and I didn't even know the C, and that's why I like to have the open-ended discussion, because when you open it up, you realize that many people are going through the same things as you. Yes, there are
Absolutely.
some levels. There's always levels, right? Some more severe than others. But if we find, solace in the common ground, things like this will, help each other, heal together and basically build and construct something together. Because if you're not constructing something, you're destructing something. If you're not part of the problem, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And condolences to your friends, family, and everyone that's affected by, that tragic loss of life. Self-deletion is a real thing. They have those numbers, the suicide numbers, but sometimes those numbers is just not enough. I have had conversations with people, and they told me themselves, I've had grown men like bawling out, crying on the phone to me, and it was just random. It wasn't planned, but they said, hey, look, I never had anyone else that I could talk to. And afterwards they were worried if I was going to go tell someone and try to expose them, but I'm not like that. If people open up and confide in me, everything that we discuss in private stays private. I don't care if we beefing and you become the ops. That's just not how I rock. If I need to defeat you and dismantle you, I'll find another way. But I'm saying all this to say is that we need to be able to have a stable enough union and family of people that you can reach out to when you are feeling down, depressed, and distressed, but also have enough confidence and have enough self-discipline and self-love to actually do that. Because a lot of times some of us, I'm not saying anyone on this panel, I'm just speaking in general. Some of us know that we do need to reach out to someone. We do need to talk to someone. We do need to seek some sort of therapeutic practice, And I'm not saying that it's always talking to, to a therapist, shrink, or something. There's different ways to uh, medicate. There's different ways of therapy. But a lot of times, some of us know that you may not be able to know exactly what you need, but you know that whatever you're doing now is not working. So I would hope that people would have enough emotional maturity and have enough people in their corner that are very genuine, loving, and empathetic that will say, hey, look, I know Big Rig is going through something. He has an issue reaching out. I'm just going to reach out to him and see what's happening. I'm not going to push him too hard, but I'm just going to let him know that, hey, I'm here for him. I think that will be good and beneficial for all parties involved, because what happens when that person is not here, all we have is the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I wish I would have called him more. I wish I would have pulled up. I wish I would have done this. But what was stopping you? You wouldn't. If you called your homie 50 times and he passed away, you would say, man, at least I was trying to hit him every day. But if you called him 2 times and he passed away, you'll have quite a bit of regrets. So I would say live without those regrets. Make sure that you live with as few regrets. Make reaching out a ritual. And I'm not trying to have the very somber and sad mood. I'm bringing up reality, because trials, tribulations, and trauma is just a part of everyday life. Not only my life, but your life too. But when you reach out with some positive news, say, hey, I'm having a baby. I got a promotion. I'm moving. I just bought my first house. I was only able to do 50 push-ups. Now I can do 100 push-ups. Reach out and say something positive. Write down 3 things daily that you're positive for. It could be the same things. Try to find something different. So
tell them you just saved, like, 50% on your Geico. You feel me? Anything, bro.
Hey, that's positive. Saving money is always a good thing, man.
Period.
And I'm gonna get to the comments, and then I'm gonna go to Mr. Best, because they are.
But hold on, let me say something before you get to the comment real quick. But going on what what Stan was talking about, man, with them flakish people, bro. Like,
yeah, the flip floppers.
Yeah,
the flip floppers and the frosted flakes.
Well, you got to remember, man, there's some flip floppers, man, that, they kind of just be on that bull, they try to, like you say, set things up, whatever. But then you kind of got the ones that is just bullshitters, bro. Kind of what Stan was talking about, man. They was just on some bullshit. That you ain't answering the phone. You ain't, doing none of that of the sort. Like, you just pretty much sent me on a bogus ass run. You know what I'm saying? So, like, people like that, man, you gotta cast them people away, bro. I heard something that was real cool, man. I heard of somebody saying that, people always want a second chance and this and that, bro. But the person broke it down like, man, there ain't no second chances, man, because when we first met, it ain't like I gave you a chance. You know what I'm saying? Everything was clean slate. So, I'm not going to give you no second chance to go ahead and burn me or do whatever you did again. You feel me? I was like, wow, bro, that's a pretty strong statement. Nobody meets anybody talking about this is your first chance. We just, getting to know each other and seeing what it do. And we taking everything that's being said or whatever as, being law and bond. You know what I'm saying? But when people F that up, bro, and then they want to come back and give you their sorries and talk about give me a second chance. Really was never a first chance. But that's all I wanted to say, bro. I'm off this good old, 41 too. So, don't mind me.
No, it's all good. I mean, I appreciate you adding that, because it's true. People don't realize that certain things are preliminary, and when you meet people, it's a probationary period. Think of it as a job, right? A typical probationary period is 90 days, 3 months, some places 6 months. So what that means is, hey, look, we like you, we brought you on, but essentially we don't really trust you enough to give you these benefits or give you these responsibilities right off the bat. It's a probationary period. That's why certain privileges, perks, and benefits get locked if you pass that test. It's pretty much a litmus test, whether it's 90 days or whatever. So when people are saying, give me a second chance, in the context that you just said it, the reason why you're not getting a second chance is because you didn't get a first chance. What you got was an interview. You didn't get the position. You can get a second chance potentially if you got the job. If you were offered the job, you took the job, okay, now you on the program. But if we just meeting up, this is just like an interview. How many times you go on an interview and then you leave and you thinking like, dang, did I get the job? Oh, it's 2 weeks, 2 months after. Oh, dang, they didn't call me back. Yeah, you didn't get the job. So it wasn't like you lost out on a chance. They never gave you a chance. You meet as a preliminary meeting to see if I'm going to give you the chance. And then if I give you the chance based on your value and your worth, then I could determine if you're worthy of a second chance in, retaining you any further. But I'm going to get to the comments and go to Mr. Best and Stan, because this is a very fruitful stream. So shout out to everyone in the chat, because they are
it's easily rigged, bro. That's what it is, man. It's easy.
Y'all know how we do over here, man. And Marcus says, by the way, I don't be eating the buns groceries department. I don't dive in the sewers, if you know what I mean. So Marcus, is this a new thing? Because I thought in 2022 you had no problem eating the groceries. So maybe he turned the new leaf or turned the new cheek or however you want to say it. Shout out to Marcus. And
Marcus
Don Q was
waters, boy.
Yeah, Marcus be in the murky waters, and we got the lovely sister Anania in the building.
Oh man,
so she
salute.
Yeah, hopefully she got to come one of these days and join us. And Don Q, I would invite you up, but you said you was never here, no face, no case. But shout out Don GQ in the building. And Sister Anania making her rounds of shout outs. And Princess K says, oh man, my condolences, but you are right. Don't just say you need to call someone, do it. When someone comes to your mind, that is your sign to reach out. Let me say this, because this is one of the most annoying things. So this is a specific instance. I had a dude that I was working out with. We were going together, we're like fitness accountability partners. Now, in order for me to work out, I need to hold myself accountable. It is effective if you have a friend saying, hey bro, I know you tired, but ultimately it's up to you to hold yourself accountable. So the dude that started flaking, to Stan's point, about it being a bunch of frosted flakes out here. At first we were on a solid path. The dude started flaking, not answering my phone, and it's like, dude, I'm not stalking you. I'm just trying to maintain the program that we both agreed upon. So then I go to the gym and I see him there, and he comes over to try to shake my hand. And he was saying, oh, bro, I was just about to hit you. And now I'm just looking at him like, bruh, now you just being disrespectful, bruh. It's okay that you flake. But now when you just look at me in the eyes and lying and saying, I was just about to call you. It's equivalent to Stan is calling my phone. I don't answer his calls. And then he sees me at the mall and I say, bruh, I was just about to call you right before I left here. Come on, bruh. Like, who do you think I am? Boo the fool? I was born at night, but not last night. Don't try to play me like that. That is a sign of disrespect. And when you call it out as disrespect, oh man, what you tripping for, man? You being soft or you tripping off something petty? Well, when it comes to pettiness, I can be Petty Kruger. I don't want to be, but I will be. If it's, if the situation
elaborate what Petty Kruger.
well, Petty Kruger is, if people want to be petty with me, then I could be extra petty with them. I don't like doing this because it requires very strategic and, dare I say, diabolical type thinking, because I have to actively plan out a way that I'm gonna flake on you, or I'm gonna do something petty to you to make you just as annoyed or agitated as I am. So someone doing, having a Petty Krueger moment is really no limitations to it, because uh Petty Krueger is a very psychological villain, right? He gets you in your sleep and your dreams and stuff. So if you want to play psychological warfare, then we can do that. We can be just as petty. So let's just say the example that you gave up. Somebody had you drive all the way around the Mayberry bush into the boondocks and then didn't answer. I wouldn't even say nothing. Act like it's cool. You know what I mean? And I'll just plan some same thing like that. Hey, yeah, bro, I got a party. I'll send some videos, bruh. Look at all these chicks over here twerking. Man, it's TNA everywhere. Bottles, you don't gotta pay for nothing, bruh. Man, I got a limo. You know what I mean? As soon as you get here, the limo gonna take us to the club. All you gotta do is pull up. Oh, bro, I'm for sure coming there. Make sure you wear your best outfit, bruh. Actually, you gotta wear a suit. It's a dress code. And the same thing, they come out there and block the number, get a phone off. Hey, I'm just saying,
Yikes.
when you turn on your Petty Krueger hat, there are no limitations to the pettiness. I'm not saying that you need to be that petty, but what I'm saying is there are no limitations. Your petty level could go from very minor to nuclear. I'll just leave it at that. And
Hey,
Reese and Neil says, great
have
point.
you heard
We
that?
should make a point to reach out, especially if we say we care for people. Just a phone call will do sometime.
Have you heard that new song?
What you say, Big Red?
Have you heard that new song? It
What
goes,
song?
"Are you petty? Yes, I'm petty. Are you petty? Yes, I'm petty."
I haven't even heard that one, but that sound fire. And Don GQ says, salute to Big Rig slaps. And she says, this hurts my heart to hear. I don't know them. I'm praying for everyone in that place because I know what it's like. The pain is another level of deep, and it's hard to bring yourself out. It really is, because once again, a lot of people like to say, man up, suck it up. But when you're saying that, you're wanting people to mask their feelings and act like nothing is happening, like everything is normal. That's actually abnormal to do. And you're really just setting someone up for failure, setting someone up for destruction. Because if someone is dealing with this level of pain and grief, do you really want this person, driving you on a long road trip or flying a plane in a storm? It doesn't mean that they're going to be incapable of doing it. It just means they may not be in the right space mentally. It doesn't mean that they're not competent or capable. It just means that they're going through something at a time that, their mind is impaired. So, pain and certain tragedies, not everyone deals with them the same. Not everyone could cope with them and just get over it and take, like all the loss and all of the grief that I'm around. A lot of people are like, man, how do you do it? If this happened to me, I just would have broke down. I'm not in a position where I could afford to break down, but I do need, you do need to have an emotional release, whatever that is. For some people, it's, in a form of anger and aggression, whether they like hit a punching bag or do some sort of violent sport. Some people write out a diary. Some people talk to themselves. Some people seek out therapy. So there is multiple ways of medicating and coping with the pain, but it doesn't make it easy.
Pain is forever, bro.
Yeah,
Pain is forever. And see,
absolutely.
you can always get through things, you know, and strive, or however you want to put it. But it don't matter how much time goes by or whatever. It can be a song, it can be a certain movie, it could be a certain time of the year, something that can make you spark a memory, and that pain can come back. You know, pain is forever, man. So when people always try to do that man up shit and all that, this and that, you can't tell anybody how they deal with anything, because there can be people that go through something and they don't show anything for years, bro. You know, and then all of a sudden it can hit them like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, I remember I was
Correct.
told that you have the lifetime to grieve. And that was not the saddest thing, but that was like the best thing to hear. That it was okay for me to live my life, but at the same time still miss the person that passed on.
That's a fact.
Yeah, no, that was good. And what about when you say missing the person? Were people encouraging you to move on from the person, or just to kind of pull
Well, I'll give you
yourself
like for
together?
example, it was like my first like a close friend that passed away in a quick turnaround. Because last time I saw him was a Friday. Something happened on the weekend. He was going to come by and see me on a Sunday, and that's when I found out on Monday that there was a car accident. And it was weird because I had a dream Sunday night, and we were talking. And then the Monday morning when I woke up, that's when I found out he passed away.
Yeah, wow. All right. Hey,
And,
Mr.
and I was
Best, you
only
there, bro?
I was 24 at the time, so it was like my first real, like a friend that I was close with that passed on. And I was there for like a lot of people, but then like people wanted me being back to just being happy and smiley, and it was hard. And
Yeah, because there's no set time, right? There's no, hey, after 6 months you should be okay, and man, you still ain't got over this. That's, there's not really a arbitrary date that you get over dealing with certain stuff,
and
and
especially like when you're in your
sometimes.
20s, you're young, and like
Correct.
it's like you're faced with like immortality at a young age, and it's like people are like
Especially
mad
at that
at you.
age where people telling you how young you are and you got your whole life to live, and then you see that, hey, I'm just a mere mortal.
Yeah, yeah. And it was like, well, we want the happy stand back, and we're done with this, and where your head at, and why don't you think about us? And it was like, whoa, I
See,
can't
that's what I
even
said.
grieve.
Stan. Yeah, yeah. It gets to where people start being a bit selfish, and people try to play like the grief Olympics, and I'm not a person that you want to play that with. First of all, I don't play those games. But if I was to start laying out the things that I've gone through, then people wouldn't even be able to compare. And that's kind of like, a demented and twisted thing to say. But that's what people try to do, right? So somebody will say, hey, look, man, I'm dealing with a tragedy, and somebody will say, hey, well, I'm dealing with a tragedy. I lost my pet. Yeah, well, I just lost my dad. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
people will
People
try
do
to
that
be
a lot.
comparing. It's like, look, I'm not trying to compare, but you're crying that you lost a pet, and I'm grieving over the loss of a family member, a parent, or something, and you're thinking that I should just get over because you were able to get over your loss of a pet, and you think that that's somehow equivalent.
Man, let me tell you the cruelest
But
thing happened to me. I had an ex-girlfriend told me, well, you could still, like, my family wasn't staying here at the time, so I was like, my family was in Michigan, right? And like it was the holidays, and I miss my family. And she told me just flat out, like, Well, my grandmother passed away. The only thing you need to do is get a plane ticket. And it was like the coldest thing I ever heard, right? And what that did for me, I just shut down. I still smiled and still was there, but inside of me, that carried on. Like, this relationship is not going to last. It was the start of the end for me.
So,
and I don't know if people
Stan,
know
let
that.
me ask you this.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to finish this. I just want to say this. I don't know if people
Yeah.
know, like, in the need of being empathetic. If you're empathetic with someone, you don't need to talk about your own loss. Maybe you just need to listen about the person's loss, and then just like, okay, what can I do? There's not a contest. And Princess K, no, don't do it. But thank you.
Stan, don't be a little cock blocker. Put her on, Stan.
No.
Don't be a hater, Stan.
No. You gotta forgive people and then you move on. Like, no, it's not. It's all good. But thank you. I really do appreciate you. But but yeah. But you know, like,
Stan?
but you know, but that's the thing about, like, when people are being.
What happened? You got soft, Stan?
No, it was sometimes it's not even worth it anymore. Like, I don't want to give people power.
You're the bigger person. I respect that.
Oh no. Oh, I'm not the bigger person. Oh, I'm petty mayonnaise too. Like, trust me. Trust me. I have a side of me. You won't go there.
He said he was petty mayonnaise.
Yeah. No, we call it petty mayonnaise. It's spread. It's.
I was about to say. He said he the spread.
It was spread. That pettiness was spread. It was. It was spread. I have done some stuff, like give you one example. I was left alone. I was a kid. I was left alone in my church youth group to make all the cookies. And it was somebody's birthday, so I had to make the cake and the fruit punch, right? And people left, and there was only me. So what I did, I got chocolate laxatives, putting in that marble cake mix, and I got that little thing of laxative that you drink that looked like 7-Up, and I made 7-Up cola, not just in the South, 7-Up Kool-Aid, and I took all the toilet paper out the church bathroom, and then, and they ate up, and I ain't say nothing. So my pettiness, it spreads. So I've come a long way.
That was well thought out. You was a cold little dude.
Oh yeah. But with the girl, like, I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, with anybody, I want to go back to the point. When, like, we're trying to be empathetic, I think we have to be careful with talking about your own pain when somebody's going through it. Like, they don't need that. Sometimes that people just want you to listen, and then sometimes you could just do something else, like start a new tradition or something else. But a lot of times people feel uncomfortable, and it's not about you. If you feel uncomfortable that somebody's feeling sad, and that's a weird dynamic, where other people feel uncomfortable that you're sad, and it's making it about them than it's about you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you just said something that
Well, that was actually gonna be my next point that I want to touch on.
Before you get to that point, though, B-Eazy, let me just say something that he just said that kind of stuck out was when you deal with your peoples, man, your friends and stuff like that. There's gonna be times to where they vent. You know what I'm saying? And I think what people do and kind of get themselves in situations is when, because they hear the person venting, they feel they have to have a reply. And sometimes all you got to do is listen. You know what I'm saying? Everything don't have to be, an echo chamber or your input. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll think that's what it is because the way, they may be talking or coming across. But I just know when it comes to, being around my peoples, It's more listening than giving any type of, a lot of advice when it comes to certain things. Because sometimes people just want to vent, man, and get things out. You know what I'm saying? And that can really get yourself into a lot of, situations that don't need to be put in when you feel you need to always have to say something, because then it may turn around and bite you in the ass. But go ahead though, B-Eazy, say what you was gonna say.
All right, let me just get to the comments because Princess K is coming in hot. She says, "Hey Stan, do you remember?" Oh, I already read that one. Actually, this was the one I meant to read. She said, "Oh, you're the bigger person. I can be smaller. I'm 6 foot tall, but I can twist into a smaller position. I say, let's find her and mace her." So, Princess Madam Gangsta K.
I love you for that. Thank you.
Man, that'd be dope. So, I'm gonna have to hit Princess K up, so when I'm riding around, I need like 3 Princess Ks, because it'll be like Charlie's Angels, a bunch of like 6 foot chicks
Oh no, you
just
need
going
Princess K
around
in your life.
stomping.
No, you really do, because like this. I want to give you an example. Like the same woman, right? There was a time where
So I'm gonna have to reach out to Princess K. Hey, I'm gonna make reaching
you
out to
need women
Princess
like
K a
Princess K for
ritual.
real. Because let me tell you something. When women we never talk about women abusing men or try to beat up men. And I always let women know, like, I don't fight women, but I have women that will fight you. Like, I don't play that game. Like, I don't like women trying to play box or trying to punch me in the shoulder. Because I'm like, look, how abusive are you really? Because that's when I start calling
you outsource that, right?
Yeah, because I'm not touching women. I will let women know that you're abusing me, and they're going to handle you. Because I don't play that game. I don't think, like, a lot of times guys don't know, like, when that happens, you got to have women like Princess K on your side, because you can't touch them. But she can.
And Reese Neal says that was a shitty situation. So wrong, but funny as fuck. She's Stan act like he a little innocent square bear, but Stan is a little, man. Stan is like a little character on The Wire. Stan is like Stringer Bell.
Oh man, Lex Luthor is my hero, and so is the Joker. I have done some stuff that
Stan got hitters.
I'll plan 15 steps.
His party line. And Princess says that go ahead, B-Eazy K's Angels. That does have a ring to it. I'll get you a fly leather jacket. You gotta keep the fro though. You know what I mean? That's like part of your uniform. The fro, or you can. I was gonna say. I was just about to say you could rock rough and stuff with some Afro put. That'll be cool. And she also says, "Yes, we will fight. You want to put your hands on my male friend or relative? Absolutely not. I'm taking names and stomping faces." Like I said, Princess, Madam, Savage.
Thank you.
She really about that. She got the frame, the physique, the ability, the level of fitness, the acumen, the sophistication, the allure. So Princess K is definitely potentially fatal femme.
Hey, she'll probably really hurt one of them fucking furry flip-flop wearing reactions.
Yeah, this is, instead of La Femme Lakita, this is La Femme Kimita, Princess Kimita. So shout out to Princess K. But I want to touch on something because I notice what people do with certain tragedies. I see how some people, and this.
I'm here. I'm waiting for y'all to share.
Okay, yeah, no, I had reached out to you a couple of times, but I think you was unavailable. So I'll just set this one up, and then if you're available, you can pick it up from there. And Princess K says, "Oh, thanks, y'all. No, thank you, because we need you, you know what I mean? Because, Stan is my dog. He be running his mouth. He be getting a bunch of thoughts and angry chicks coming at us, you know what I mean? And, we need reinforcements, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to catch a case. But if I, come up with B-Eazy and K's Angels, these chicks ain't going to want no smoke. If anything, they going to want to join the team, you know? You know how I go, get down or lay down, You
I'm
either
surprised. What's her
stomping
name
with
ain't
us or you're
pulled
getting
up?
stomped on. Who?
I can't remember her name, man. She always usually pull up on us though.
Oh, you talking about Sheree?
There you go.
Yeah, because we didn't come for like a couple weeks, due to unforeseen circumstances. So, but shout out to Sheree. This would have been a good one, because she definitely does need to vent and likes to vent on here, and I appreciate that she sees this platform as a trustworthy, enough space, a safe space, a great place that she can come and say, hey, look, let me get this off my chest, but what I want to say is there are many people that do like to make other people's tragedy somehow about them. So if I say, hey, look, this is what happened to me, and then someone said, yeah, bro, that's messed up because I remember that same thing happened to me. It was 2 years ago. And then it's like, bruh, I'm explaining what happened to me, and somehow we getting a story about your childhood. Like, you can give me that story after you fully let me vent. Otherwise, what am I here for? And if some people believe that, hey, if this is how it's going to be every time I try to open up and vent, I might as well just bottle it up. But what you're
Brother,
doing
that's
is
why I just
bottling up poison. Huh?
hey, that's why I just said that, bro. Like sometimes, you just gotta listen, man. You don't always gotta reply, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you reply all the time, and motherfucker be like, you know what, man, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Every time that's my boy and all. But every time I talk to this dude, it's like he damn near one upping me or something. You feel me? It's like,
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm over here. I'm over here saying, and damn, Big Rig, it's messed up because I just got shot yesterday. And then you
right,
like, yeah, well, I remember that one time when I was on the block, I got shot 10 times.
right,
I'm like, come on, bruh. I'm talking about what happened to me yesterday, and you talking
right,
about war stories from Normandy, bruh. Like, come
right,
on, bruh.
It
You know
become
what I
like
mean?
a pissing contest. That's
right,
what's
right,
like.
right.
It does.
But
And
sometimes
and
it's like it happens and you don't even know it. It's just, and that's why I just, kind of made that statement because, people do that shit, bro. And it's just like, fuck, man, I'm just trying to tell you something, man. I ain't really trying to get a whole backstory from you. I'm just, you my partner, and I'm kind of just letting you know what I went through. Like, wait, you feel me?
like,
Yeah.
let me just speak my piece, bro. I don't need the
Right,
ad libs. I don't need the remix or nothing. Like, this is a solo. This ain't a duet right now, bro. Like, just let me rock. But
right.
sometimes people always got to add their thing, and this is another thing that I hate. And people do this with jail, and people do this, unfortunately, with with death. So people will say, they'll make constant posters, man, free my nigga, man, damn, man, I hate to see him locked up, free my nigga. It's like, bruh, when your nigga was free, you wasn't telling them, hey, stop doing this foolish stuff, it's gonna get you locked up, bruh. You got
Right.
a family, man, you need to stop. You wasn't telling them that. But then he gets locked up over some goofy stuff, and now you saying free my nigga. And then you look and see what he did, and what was he doing? Oh, he did a drive-by and hit a kid. Like, no, keep that nigga locked up. You talking about free your nigga for what? Just so you can make a post and seem like you associated to the struggle and gangster cats. Then somebody will make a post, man, like someone passed away, like, man, I just lost my best friend. Like, bro, you ain't talked to that nigga in 5 years. Now you acting like it's your best friend just because he has a funeral, and you posting all of these old pictures. If you had all of those old pictures and y'all were so close, why didn't you call him?
Where's
Why
the
didn't
new
you hang out
pictures
with
at?
him? That's my point, bruh. But people will
Exactly.
use those scenarios, typically jail and people's death, and try to get sympathy. Somehow, instead of grieving about the person who lost his life, I'm supposed to be looking at you, and you doing it for likes on a post. Like, what does that even get you? You're getting likes off the back of someone else's deletion. I mean, how twisted do you gotta be, bruh?
But the
Any
sad
one
part
of y'all
about
can
it,
pick it up from there, bruh.
they get rewarded for it though. Like nobody else will call them on it, and they're like, people like, tell me more. Like everything's okay. Like, are you all right? Do you need
Yeah. What
anything?
happened?
And I'm just
The
like, what?
That's true, bruh. I see it all the time. Hundreds of likes, and people like, well, if you need. And speaking of flake stuff, remember how we was talking about the flakes earlier, Stan, where people say you need anything, and all that is just for show. Think about how twisted this is. Somebody else is using someone else's death to bring attention to themselves, and then people will leech off that post and try to bring attention to themselves and say, bro, I know what you're going through. Hit me up if you need anything, right? And then I call you and say, look, bro, this is what I'm going through. I had to pay for the funeral. All I need is $200. Bro, I don't even got it. It's like, bro, you was just flossing stacks of money. You said if I need anything, now I'm telling you this is what I need, and you don't got it. Why'd you
That
even
don't
tell
mean
me
it.
that, bro? Like, they be doing it. That's my whole point. They don't mean it, but they'll do it for the gram because they not expecting you to ask. But hey, I'm really in need, right? So let me ask you. Or it don't even got to be money. Hey, look, bro, my car broke down. I just need you to pick me up and drive me from here. Bro, I can't even do it, man, because gas, man. It's like, bro, you
I
just
can't do it. My
drove to
girl
Santa
tripping, dog.
Cruz to
My
go
girl
trick off some
tripping,
money,
dog.
but you can't.
Oh yeah, that one.
Come
My
on,
girl's
bro.
tripping. That one
My girl.
right there.
And then I'm like, hey, who runs your house? I run my house. I'm the man of my house, but I just gotta get my girl car keys because I don't have a car. We just share a car. Like, oh, and you said you're the man of the house, bro. Beta. That's all I hear.
But also, like, that's
But
the sad thing. Like, why would you blame your girl or blame your kids? Like, keep them out of it. Like, say something else.
Yeah.
Accountability,
Well,
accountability, man.
Well, you know why? It's kind of like a trump card because it renders you speechless, right? If I'm saying, "Hey, Big Rig, remember we were supposed to work out." "Hey, Big Rig, remember we were supposed to work on that car?" And then Big Rig say, "I gotta help his son I gotta help my son with his homework." What do I say after that? It renders me
Nothing.
speechless. I can't be like, "Man,
Exactly.
your son homework could wait." It's a trump card. I literally can't say anything. I have to just
Oh man,
accept
he get F's anyways, man. You know what I'm saying? You be like, what, bro? What'd you say, bro?
Big Rig, he ain't going to college. Just come help me out.
Right.
But but isn't that like you cursing your own household by lying? Like, why would you lie? Like, if you're not feeling up to it, say that. Like, don't throw your girl,
here go
your
84.
wife,
Here go 84.
The sleeping giant. You there, Mr. Beth?
Man, let me rock out, family, so I'm gonna share this real quick. Now I'm a KO. I gotta work out. I gotta go to bed. But let me say this, man. Number one, I send my condolences to you and Big Rigs both. I know you both lost some quality people. You know what I mean? Definitely want to send that love to y'all and to their loved ones as well. So I got to start by that. Also, salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to y'all. Much love to y'all. I'm going to say this, y'all. As far as reaching out and people actually really needing people and, looking for people for help and all that, like, it's you got to really be selective of who you really go to, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be very selective because a lot of people, will say that they down, but they only down for that moment, in a way that you test people to see if they really can keep their word. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we agree upon something, you know what I mean? Then, and you can't keep your word on that thing that we agreed upon, then I can't trust you. You know what I'm saying? If we say we're not going left, we not going left. We said we're not going left. We say that we only going right, not going left. But then when you decide to go left, it's like, hold on. We just said that we only going right. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. It's an integrity thing. And also, you know, a lot of times, you know, we may want people to reach out. You know what I mean? We want the attention from that person. We want them to be our friend. They're not really our friend, but we want them to be our friend. You know, we want them to speak to us. We want them to, you know what I mean, to acknowledge us. We want them to be a part of what we're talking about or what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? And they're not really in our corner. You know what I mean? So, you know, somebody has a hard time reaching out, or somebody has a hard time hitting you up, or somebody has a hard time just, you know, showing you that love and respect. You know what I mean? You know, please just, you know, definitely just give them the boot, man. Don't even waste your time. You know what I mean? Because if you waste your time just trying to connect with them or trying to bond with them, you really are just really holding yourself back and really hurting yourself. You know what I mean? But as far as, you know, reaching out with the, you know, you basically taking accountability, responsibility to reach out to you know, by yourself, then definitely that's something you should always do. You know what I mean? Because you never know if somebody needs something, you never know if somebody's hurting. You never know what people are going through, man. You know what I mean? You just never know. You know what I mean? And if that thought comes to your mind, reach out. You know what I mean? You never know. That might be your last conversation. You know what I mean? It may be a conversation that you may need to have. You know what I'm saying? It may be something they help you out with. You know what I mean? You never know what can happen. You know what I mean? But if you really care about somebody, you reaching out, it shouldn't be a hard thing. You calling back shouldn't be a hard thing. You just being somebody that's in the corner, it's not a hard thing. It's not hard. You know what I mean? But people make them bigger than what they are, man, because in essence, what I realize is that a lot of people don't care. And we did a stream about this, and I really believe this wholeheartedly. Most people just ain't shit. You know what I mean? Most people are. They're just not shit. You know what I mean? They ain't shit. They ain't gonna ever be shit, and they don't care about shit. And that's just the bottom line. You know what I mean? And we just gotta realize that most people, unfortunately, you know what I mean, don't care about people, and most people are losers. Hate to say it, but it's true. It is so true. You know what I mean? Most people do not have the integrity to really show you that love, to really show you that they really care about you, to really give you that one-on-one type of, you know, camaraderie. You know what I mean? They really not on that time. You know what I mean? They say they family, even your family say they family, and then when real things happen, all that family stuff go down the drain. So, you know what I mean? Definitely reach out, man. Show those that you love them. You know what I mean? Because you never know if they may need you. You never know if you may need them. They may say something that encourages you. You know what I mean? They may say something that inspires you or gives you a thought or whatever, or help you out. You know what I mean? But a lot of times we're not thinking that. We're just thinking, oh, you know what I mean? Sometimes people just thinking, oh, it's just for my benefit. Oh, you know what I mean? Dang, you know, I don't want to bug them, or, you know, they don't really need nothing. You know what I mean? They cool. Nah, they probably do need something. You know what I mean? They probably just need to hear your voice. That's about it. That's all I got to say, y'all.
Yeah, thanks a lot, bro. That was insightful. But before you go, I just want to ask one more thing to just expound on what you said, because it is true, right? When you reach out, you do need to be very selective with your energy and your information, right? Because you're divulging pretty much intimate details about yourself, your life, your situation when you call someone and vent. So you need to be very trustworthy of the person that you confide in, that they're not just going to run your business, or they're not going to weaponize the information if you guys happen to fall out, or, you know, if they want to use it as some sort of blackmail leverage. So before you go, Mr. Best, could you speak to the people? Because I heard you allude to something, you know, about testing them. You know, typically people call them kind of shit tests, and they only associated with a woman in a relationship. So essentially what I'm asking is, how could people further vet the people that they're going to give that information to? So let's say, hey, I needed to vent to someone. What procedure would I go about vetting someone to know if, hey, this is someone that I could confide in?
I would say, just give them little small information. You gotta give them nothing grandiose. Give them small items of information to see what they do with it. You know what I mean? See how far they take it. You know what I mean? Also, a lot of times when people are really, really in your corner. You know what I mean? Because they'll remember what you talked about. Salute Mr. Bryant. You know what I mean? It's all good. It's all good, Mr. Bryant. It's all good. You know what I mean? Salute to you and the family. Hope they're doing better. Hope you're doing well as well. But yeah, you just gotta give them little nuggets of information, man. You know what I mean? And also, you can also like do little things where you kind of like, oh man, maybe I talk to you about such and such. You know what I mean? And then see if they really follow or they really understand what if they was really listening or actively listening to what you were saying. So, you know what I mean? It could be little things like that. But a lot of times, and this is and I really wholeheartedly mean this, a lot of times we know the people are in our corner when they're not. We know. We really do know. But we make excuses. We go, oh, it's not that bad. Or, oh, nah, they didn't really mean it that way. No. No, they meant that. That's who they really are. Take them at face value. Believe what they show you. You know what I mean? When a person show you who they are, believe them. Believe them. You know what I mean? Believe them to the full. You know what I mean? Don't make no excuses. You know what I mean? And that's completely 100 on that one, for real. So yeah, that's really what it is with that one, for real. Salute to Marcus. Good to see you up here, bro.
Hey, Mr. Best,
What up?
I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Hey, what's up, Marcus? I got a question for Mr. Best. So how do you mention like some people just don't care, but when that person who don't care goes a little bit more further, like when you reach out to that person, you call them out on their stuff, but now they starting rumors on you saying things. So, for example, saying like, "Hey, he should be used to disappointments and he needs to get over himself," and then spread like more stuff about you and try to make themselves look good and make you look bad, although you're the one that needed the help.
Like, how should you handle that situation, you mean?
Yes.
I mean, like when people are doing that, I really avoid people like that, man. When they really start trying to, dig deep and try and do some reputation slander or trying to make it more about them and trying to draw attention to them, I call them out on it, and then after that, I distance myself. I don't mess with them after that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that's the best thing you can do when you tell somebody, hey, listen, you did this to hurt me. You know what I mean? You did this to really affect me. And the number one thing they're supposed to do, even if they don't believe that they offended you, right? Because this is a key thing, right? I may do something to offend somebody, and I may wholeheartedly believe that I haven't offended them. I may believe that I'm in the right. You know what I mean? I didn't say nothing wrong. I didn't hurt you. You know what I mean? But if you're telling me, hey, man, that really hurt me, I'm like, you know what? I apologize, if that hurt you. You know what I mean? I really do. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was just trying to be helpful. You know what I mean? But sometimes people can also use that as an excuse as well. Like, they'll act like they hurt because they just don't want to face the truth. And I also call you out on that too. I'm like, I'm apologizing. You know what I mean? Just know that I still feel like you don't want to hear the truth right now. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna apologize because I'm not trying to offend you or hurt you. You know what I mean? Even though I feel like you don't want to know the truth right now. So yeah, it's you got to call them out on it. Once you call them out on it, you know what I mean? The rest is history. You know what I mean? You'll be able to, for me, I just distance myself after that. I call you out on it. You don't apologize. You don't take responsibility and accountability. Oh, that's my exit sign right there. You know what I mean? That's the exit sign right there. Easy. You know what I mean? Okay, you don't want to take accountability and responsibility for what you did? I'm good. And I just leave it at that.
All right, cool. Let me get to the comments and then I'm going to go straight to Marcus. Thanks for coming in and providing the value as always, Mr. Best. And Vouaghn Bryant already got to his comment. Mr. Bryant is up late. So shout out to the good brother. And it's Party Lines. I distance myself from co-workers that vent to me about people in the office as it means they could be doing the same about me. And that is true, because you have to think that if someone is comfortable gossiping to you about other people, do you think that you're just that special Negro that when you leave the room that, oh, you're just a special unicorn that's untouchable, no one will ever say anything about you? Nah. And then if you are hanging around with people, let's say me and Stan are friends, and I'm saying Stan is my brother, he's my bestie. But as soon as I leave, I'm like, man, Stan is dusty, bro. Like, that dude be funky, and man, you see his jeans, they too tight. If he was my brother, why wouldn't I have told him all of that stuff when we was around? Why wouldn't I tried to help him get a clean pair of jeans, or, get some deodorant or some lemon with baking powder, however he wants to deodorize himself. If that was really my friend, that's what I would have done, not wait till he leaves and talks behind his back. So people need to be careful, when they think, oh, this is my friend because we gossip about other people together, but all you do is open yourself up, revealing certain secrets and intimate details about yourself, because your guard is down and people will leverage and weaponize that. So just be very mindful, of thinking everyone is your friend just because they laughing with you. We're talking about somebody else, but it looks like Mr. Best had to leave. So thank you for stopping by. And Mark, is you there, bro?
Yeah, what up, fam? How's everybody doing?
Man, we're cool, bro. Thank you for stopping
What's up,
by.
Marcus?
What up? What up?
Man, so it looks like you've been tuned in for most of the stream. So you can just go ahead and pick it up on about reaching out, why reaching out is so important. And we were just speaking about, a mixture of things, some things, you want to reach out to some people, and sometimes it's too late, because they're not here anymore. And sometimes you want to reach out to people before it's too late. And sometimes you want to reach out with people and just say some good stuff. Hey, I got a promotion, I'm a sergeant now. Hey, I used to be able to swim 3 miles. Now I can swim 5 miles. What we want to do is create a ritual of reaching out, having an open and effective line of communication where people are able to speak about good and bad things in their life and be able to confide in people that they trust with this very sacred information. So could you speak about, how make reaching out a ritual? What comes to mind to you, and based on all of the things that we discussed?
Yeah, I can be just to be fully transparent and honest with you guys. Growing up thinking that family was a big thing, which I still believe family is a very important thing in my eyes. But the thing that you're not taught when at a young age, that you don't realize till later, is that family doesn't always mean your blood. Family is for those people that are there for you for not just the good times, but especially the rough times. And sometimes your worst enemies can be coming from your own family, what is considered your blood. People that cause you the most pain and hurt could be your family. And it's not even the neighbor, it's not even your quote unquote friend or acquaintance, it's your own blood. So with that being said, what the famous saying that Mr. Best quotes Bolo is, your vibe attracts your tribe. And in doing so, you start vetting people. You start looking at people as, okay, this person, I'm going to have him from a distance. This person, I can trust more. This other person, oh, he doesn't really mess with me. I don't mess with him. So it is what it is. Then you realize, hey, the person that had your trust doesn't no longer qualify for your trust because they blew it. Or you blew theirs. And part of me keeping in contact with family, certain members I do, certain members I don't. They don't to me. That is fair. And then the ones that you're there for, you show the love and appreciation. And part of it is listening to what they go through before I start venting to them. Ask them how their day is. Ask them if they're doing okay. Tell them that it's going to be okay. It gets better. Just hang on. Tell them any solutions you can give them, or they ask you. Just share with them. You don't even know. Somebody could be going through something in the day, and you ask them what they're going through. They can make up their day just because were able to listen to them. So people that have issues, complications, health issues, mental issues, trauma, depression, anxiety. It could be the person you sit next to at work. It could be someone you haven't called in a while. It could be someone that you have a close relationship with, but underneath it, you don't even know. They could be putting on a fake smile just so they can feel like they got to tough it out. So it's multiple layers, man. It's not so black and white. It's like a lot of gray in the middle, in my opinion, from what I've seen. So, I've worked on certain things myself. I'm still working every day to do better on that too. But I can tell so far now, like the group that you have, I don't think in life you're meant to have a lot of close, loving friends or like best friends, and family members few. But the ones you do have, those are going to be the ride or die ones. Most, I think, people will come and go like a chapter in life. Just you're going to the next chapter, you're going to the next chapter, and that's it. You can build a network maybe, but business is business, but personal is personal. You got to find out who falls under what for yourself, in my opinion.
For sure, and I appreciate that, Marcus. And Mr. Bryant says, there's a saying that goes, think it's strange when all men speak well of you, yet everybody only is just reaping praise of you. That is very suspicious, you know what I mean? So, and if you think about it, a lot of people say they're Christians, right? Which means they believe in Jesus Christ. Did they only say positive things about Jesus Christ? Are any of us on the level in terms of getting reverence like Jesus Christ? And even him, they demeaned him, disparaged him, belittled him, etc. So what makes you think that they wouldn't do it to you or any of us? Doesn't mean that they were right in doing so. It just means that it's an inevitable occurrence that you have to deal with. So I think it was one more that I needed to get to. Oh no, it looks like I got to all the chats. And it was something that you said, Marcus, that my uncle told me. And you said, you growing up, you thought and been programmed and conditioned to think that all of your blood is your family, or family represents and constitutes all of the people that you grew up knowing. But that is wrong. Those people are genetically your blood relatives. That's the key word. You're related to them. They're your relatives, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are family. So that's the distinction. And your family doesn't have to be only your blood. It can be your friends, and people that are actually from your family, but you decide who is a part of your family. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that if you say, hey, this person is not a part of my family, but I'm still related to them. It's still your relative. You're still connected to them. They're still part of your lineage and genealogy. But in terms of family and what a family is supposed to represent, most of the time they're not that. And that's okay. It's okay to have a delineation and say, these people are my family, and these people are my relatives, and these people are friends, acquaintances, associates, clients, or whatever. That's absolutely fine. It's actually even imperative, because sometimes people weaponize the term family, and they'll say, hey, I'm related to you. I'm your family. Even though I went to jail for some foolish stuff that you had nothing to do with, you should bail me out because we're family. Okay, I'm in a gang. Some ops is about to pull up. You should go ride and grab the strap because we're family. You see, so people could use the term family to kind of guilt you, to manipulate you, and weaponize the term against you in their favor and to your detriment. So just remember, people that are part of your bloodline can be family, but foremost, they're your relatives. And people that are outside of your bloodline can be your family if you deem them to be so. If they pass whatever your litmus test is, whatever, your shit test that you want to do, social shit tests, if they pass those, then they can be your family, whether they're blood or not.
Can I add something real quick to that, B-Eazy?
Yeah.
If a person really does care about you and thinks for you, like selflessly, remember the word selflessly, they would not want to put you in harm's way, or they would not want to put you in a way where, hey, I'm being selfish in a way where I'm not thinking for the other person and putting them in a compromising position. That's the issue. And that's the key thing. When you see someone, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's a difference between asking for help and asking for maybe a little bit of advice, or maybe, hey, a suggestion. But when you're going to put somebody else that's supposed to be your quote unquote family, your best friend, in that kind of situation, you're not really thinking for that friend. You're just thinking, in a way of selfishly, not selflessly.
Yeah, I agree. And most people are extremely selfish. Now, it's okay to be selfish to a certain point, right? If you're saying, hey, I'm gonna be selfish because I want to earn as much money as I can, I want to gather as many resources as I can so I can bring it back to my community, to my tribe, my family, and I can build and provide a stable environment for them that is sustainable for generations to come. That I can respect.
Right.
All of this other foolish stuff, bickering, arguing, competing, fighting over meaningless, frivolous things, I can't really respect that. And it doesn't matter what your relationship status is, whether you're a friend, a family member, an acquaintance, an associate. Life is extremely short for us to be doing unproductive activities, having unproductive conversations, So I actually do appreciate people that reach out to me, because most of my family, or most of the people that I consider family, or let's just say a significant amount of the people that I consider family, are not blood related, because it's about the authenticity and the actions and the energy that you possess and project towards our relationship. You can have all the energy in the world, but if that energy is not being used to call me or to pick up the phone or for us to meet up and talk and build something, that energy is misdirected. So what does it mean to me? Nothing at all, So if we are going to say that we care about each other and love each other, it only means something if your love is aimed in the right direction, or people are able to feel and experience it, right? If I tell you it's a sunny day and you walk out and you say, yeah, but it's dark over here and it's cold, I'm not being able to experience the sun. Why would I care about it being a sunny day if it's gloomy where I'm at and it's still cold? If you tell me it's a sunny day, I want to be out, be able to go out, enjoy the weather, sun's out, guns out, sun's out, buns out, tan. That's what I want to be able to do. But if I'm unable to do that, then it's not as appealing and not as exciting, But Big Rig, Stan, y'all still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
I want to ask something.
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead, Stan.
Yeah, there's something in Proverbs. I don't know the exact like words in Proverbs, but I remember it, and it says, "Better to have a neighbor nearby than a brother far away," which both you guys described. Like it's better to, like you have relatives, but it's always good to have friends who are like family.
I'm gonna tell you like this, Stan. I'm pro friends. You know what I'm saying? I have good friends around me, and family is like you said, by blood. That's cool. But I have friends that are more family than some of these blood relatives. You know what I'm saying? So with that whole thy neighbor thing and the brother far away, I think that's kind of what they saying, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm definitely for that.
And there's another thing they say in the South. Now I'm gonna have to speak as though I'm back in Miami. So my native tongue, you guys gonna laugh. It sounds like, well, friends is God's way of apologizing for the family that you was born into. Do you guys got it?
No, I didn't get it.
No, say it one more time because I started laughing.
Yeah, I was too busy laughing.
This is my southern accent. This is how I really sound when I go back home. Well, friends is God's way for apologizing for the family that you were born into.
Now I get it. I heard something like that, just a different rendition.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Friends is a God's way for your family not apologizing, or you not apologizing to your family?
No, friends are God's way for apologizing for the family that you got born into.
Oh man, that kind of hurts a little. That kind of stings a little, yeah, but I appreciate it at the same time.
A little underhanded compliment, but I got you though.
Yeah, no, but that's like God's apologizing for.
Yeah. He basically saying my bad, bro. But look, like, hey, look, I messed up here.
You
but
can't
look,
pick your family, basically.
I gave you friends.
That's facts.
Oh yeah.
Which says, oftentimes a friend will stick closer than a brother. Real talk.
Yep.
Yeah, because a lot of times when people are family, a lot of times we take each other for granted. Hey, this person will always be there. I'll always be able to call this person, so I'll call this person when I get to it. And then you think, like, when's the last time you actually called them? Oh, it's been 3 weeks and 3 months and 3 years. Oh, I'll call them when I get to it. You haven't got to it in 3 months. When are you going to get to it? Oh, I'll get to it. You haven't got to it in 3 years. When are you going to get to it? So a lot of times we just take our family for granted and say, and to the point earlier that we were talking about with social media, how how I was saying, hey, it's easier to contact people, but since it's so easier, it's actually that much harder for people because people are so distracted that, hey, I'm going to call Stan when I get home from work. And then as soon as I get home, I got a gang of Instagram messages. So now I'm reading all my messages, following my messages. Now I'm following all these big booty IG models that I got to look at. Oh, dang, somebody hit me on Snap. Oh, look, I got to watch this Snapchat video. Oh, there's a new versus battle. Oh, look, there's some other celebrity gossip. Oh, man, I got to shower and go to bed because I got work in the morning. And now I forgot to call Stan. And then I'm going to tell Stan that I was too busy to call him. Hey, my bad, bro. I had to help the kids with the homework, even though I was watching Netflix and doing all this other type of stuff. And then the cycle just repeats itself because it would have been easy, or it should have been easy for me to stop sending Instagram messages and just call Stan. Call Stan for 10 minutes. Instead, I made it an excuse and said I was busy for hours to avoid calling him for 10 minutes. So we got to get out of this kind of goofy, delusional, distractive way of thinking. And if you are going to be a distraction or be distracted, have healthy distractions. There's toxic and detrimental distractions, and then there's delightful and productive distractions. So a healthy distraction would be, man, my mind is tripping. I'm going to go to the gym and lift some heavy weights, do some cardio. That's a healthy distraction. An unproductive distraction is saying, hey, look, I know I got some homework to do, or there's a deadline for this, but I love playing this game, this video game. So I'm going to keep playing this video game, eating popcorn and watching the new Netflix.
Move.
It is a dipshit move, but it is what most people do, because most of our distractive elements are very comforting. Nothing grows in the comfort zone, but it is a very relaxing place. And most people like to be relaxed until they look and see like, oh, damn, bruh, I gained 100 pounds. Oh, damn, bruh, I lost $1,000 doing this. Oh, damn, bruh, I missed out on this opportunity doing this. It doesn't really hit them until they've hit rock bottom or they're nearing rock bottom. And we got Either Man in the building. Hey, family, shout out Either Man, a good brother. Go check him out. I know Either Man has been stirring up some controversy. I'm like, that's I was like, Either Man, bro. I thought he was just, just a quiet guy, kept his head down. Nah, Either Man,
he's coming with that fire. Man.
Yeah. Hey, you know what Ric Flair said? To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
And then he says, "Woo!"
Yeah, so I guess that means Either Man is gunning for me. You feel me? Because I am that dude. But Either Man, it's all love, family. You know what I mean? Keep coming with that.
Man, I wish I had that Stone Cold clip. I want more tequila, more beer, more vodka, more beer, more whiskey, and more beer.
And shout out to Stone Cold, my favorite. One of my favorite wrestlers, Stone Cold, was definitely he definitely was that guy.
Shout out to the chat. It looks like the chat's still booming.
Yeah, the chat has been active, bro. So salute to all of y'all in the chat, because I know it's super late. So for any of y'all that's still here, I know not everybody is on. We on the West Coast time, so it's past midnight here. So I know it's extremely late where y'all at. And y'all up at the vampire hours. So we definitely, you are now tuned into another installment of Eazily Rigged on the Knowledge and Relationships platform. Your viewership and support is immensely appreciated. And for that, we thank you. Yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in on this late stream. And yeah, we're going to start shutting it down pretty soon. But did you guys have anything else you want to add to the discussion, or any other direction you want to go with it before we start wrapping things up?
I can go first.
Go ahead.
All right. Look, guys, you want to reach out to somebody? Reach out to someone. Do not waste people's time. Do not make promises. The whole thing of like, we got to meet up. Some people are just like, it was good seeing you again, which it was, and I leave it at that. And sometimes you just got to leave it at that. If you have social media, reach out to people on social media. You can do IG messaging. You can do just chit chats, or send each other memes.
WhatsApp, Telegram.
Yep, WhatsApp, Telegram. But also I'll say this too, like the
can't you DM on TikTok? Cause don't people be
Nah,
Sending messages and stuff. Oh, okay.
you can send messages on TikTok, but you gotta follow them. They gotta follow you, and
Oh,
TikTok
okay.
is
Okay.
kind of like, eh. But you can FaceTime one another, and that actually is like is almost the equivalency of seeing somebody in real time in front of you. So, like Big Rich says, like, man, we on this other side where we're like people are passing away real fast and a lot. And don't be cliche and with the I wish I could have, just do it.
All right, thanks, Stan. And that is true, right? Because most of the times when people say, damn, man, I wish I could have called them, and then you ask them, well, what was stopping you? It's like, yeah, you know what was stopping you. No one had a gun to your head and say, don't call Stan. No one had a gun to your head and said, hey, watch 20 hours of Netflix over calling your homie for 15 minutes. So, the only one to blame is you. And miss me with the crocodile tears afterwards. Oh man, it's so sad. I wish I could have called him. Why didn't you? So let's stop with the wishing. Let's stop with the hoping, and
So
let's
stop
start
wasting
doing.
people's time. I don't know what we could call those people, like people who want to make plans or want to be bigger, like be bigger than what they really are. And then I don't know what there's a name for them, but like you gotta call those people out. And like you know what, you just like you gotta just stop it. You're just like a waste of space if you keep on doing this stuff. Because there's actually real people out here that's going through it, and they need real friends. So they gotta just stop. And I'm about to say this. Oh, I forgot to tell you, your boy, he's not about no business. He act like he's busy so he can probably fit in with other people who are actually busy, who are actually making moves. Because there's people like that too. B.
Yeah.
So if they're busy
Yeah.
up
No,
here
I agree.
partying, partying and smoking and all the other stuff. That's just an act. They probably don't know their real purpose, don't have no gift, don't know where to go. And here you are, you're the real thing. And when people are around the real thing, they know they can't shine.
And they know they can't shine, but they also know that they can't fake, right? So let's
Facts.
say I'm a wolf, bro. So if I'm around other wolves, I'm gonna be cool because I'm a wolf and this is my natural environment. But if someone comes in and let's say they're a Labrador and they're trying to blend in with the wolves, now as a wolf, I'm gonna see like, man, this dude is not from this cloth. Now, if I give you a pass and try to, let you in, and you burn the bridge, now I may have to, devour you, you know what I mean? But it didn't have to come to that if you would have just stayed in your lane, bruh. You know what I mean? So not everybody is cut from the same cloth, you know what I mean? And we just got to be able to weed them out. You know what I mean? I only need wolves in my pack, bruh. I can't be with the pack of wolves in this mixed in with a bunch of poodles and chihuahuas and, Yorkies. You know what I mean? Y'all have your own place to rock together. It's just a separate and apart from me. You know what I mean? And I know people are trying to like blend in and look like, hey, I'm a wolf too. No, you're not, bruh.
Nah, no more
You're gonna
mutts.
get yeah,
No more
you're gonna get
mutts.
exposed being around the other wolves because there's certain standards that we have to adhere to, right? So I have no problem adhering to the standards because I know what being a wolf entails. But you want to come over here being a poodle and complain, you do just enough to blend in and say, dang, maybe he is one of us. But when stuff gets thick, you revert back to being a chihuahua. And that's my fault for allowing the chihuahua in the pack when I knew there weren't a wolf. So I'm using that analogy to say, hey, when you know this person is a frosted flake and they are untrustworthy, unreliable, and you say, you know what, I'm going to give them the second, third, fourth, and fifth chance, and then they burn you, and now you want to vent to me about how shady and how unscrupulous this person is. But bruh, you already knew that, right? I'm not saying it was cool. I'm not saying that you don't have a right to be outraged, but direct your outrage at yourself, because you know when you point the finger at somebody else, it's 3 pointed back at you.
Facts.
Yeah, facts.
Let me get in
California.
here real quick.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Because I'm about to get ready to get some shut eye, but yeah, man, just basically this was a really really good stream, bro, and just as people, man, we just need to do better, man. We need to do better when it comes to reaching out. You know, like I said, time goes by really fast. We don't even know it, but it goes by really fast. And just don't let too much time go by, man, without reaching out to your people, man. Because we are not promised tomorrow at all. And just the way things have been going lately, it should be an eye-opener to everybody. But much love to everybody, man. And shout out to everybody in the chat. And appreciate everybody for rocking with us tonight. That's dope, man. Much love.
Yes, sir. Peace out. Well, I mean, we about to shut it down pretty soon. Unless you gotta go right now, and then I'll just drop you out. But Marcus, you got any last closing remarks?
Yeah, this is a great show. Great job, y'all. You know, doing your thing. Easily Rig, Big Rig, B-Eazy, Stan, Mr. Best, and 3. Anybody else who was here earlier in the chat. Shout out to everybody that was still rocking. You know, and this is a Tuesday. It's already hump day for both the West Coast and the East Coast. Condolences, of course, to for any losses, any grievance, any misfortunes, and you know, all I can say is don't give up, keep going, keep fighting. You're still here. You matter. You definitely matter. And make the best of it. Don't wait till it's the very end, or don't wait till it's too late. Because I think that's something that many of us, I think honestly, that deep down, we say that we don't, but I think deep down we do have certain things that we.
You still there? You kind of cut out.
I think he cut out.
You got to say it to somebody who's close, maybe somebody who you don't really speak to. Sometimes that's easier to rent to those people because you don't have to face them or talk to them every day, but every once in a while or rarely. And then, you know, keep fighting, because there were times where I wanted to just not fight anymore and just give up, but if you know what I mean. But, you know, I had a thing called faith and hope and belief, and had people around me that, you know, loved me just like I love them, and appreciate them and respect them, and they appreciate and respect me. And, you know, that's it. Try to be positive as much as you can, even when the world is trying to be so negative and so dark and throw these curveballs at you we call life. And ain't nobody gonna hit harder than life. Ain't nothing gonna, you know, come at you as hard as that shit, and come at you spiritually, mentally, physically. It's how much you can keep taking and keep moving forward, you know. But other than that, just shout out to y'all, man. Hit the link, or I'm sorry, hit the notification bell, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. For the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Hit the notification bell. Follow these. Yeah. My bad. Make sure you support these men here in the panel. Again, Big Rig. Shout out to you, man. I'm sorry for the loss too. With you know, your father's been watching over you. And, you know, shout out to him because he was a fire chief and he was a first responder.
I appreciate that, Marcus, for sure, man.
Yeah, because I haven't seen my father in a few years, but I've talked to him. I keep in contact with him. I do my best. You know, he does his best. And you know, also with you, B-Eazy, anything that you're going through, anything that you lost, you know, I'm so sorry. And you know, just if you want somebody to reach out to, let me know. Hit me up. We'll get in contact. We see each other's YouTube streets, and you know, YouTube stand.
Hey, just put
Shout
your
out to Vaughn
email or
Bryant too.
whatever the best way to contact you in the back chat, Marcus. So that way, we also have ways to contact each other outside of YouTube and Instagram. Another thing I want to say is people need to have as many ways to contact people as possible.
Right.
Because,
Yeah.
for instance, bro, my social media, it be jumping, bro. Like, and a lot of times if you don't go in and specifically change your notifications, you be getting random notifications from people like, hold on, I gotta change my notifications. So sometimes I turn, I'll turn them off at least temporarily, but then you go back on and then you miss certain things, and it's kind of hard to sort through them, or it's a bit tedious. But so certain things, like let's say I just need to send you a reaction video, that's cool for social media. But if it's something emergency, then hit my line directly. You know what I mean? So we need to have certain avenues where, hey, it's a code red, I need to call this person, or hey, this is just a sports meme, I'll send it through Facebook or WhatsApp or something. And eventually, a lot of these platforms, if you talk too real, you may get shut down, censored. I know on Twitter I was talking my stuff and they blocked me today. My account was locked, but it's still back up. But I'm just saying, like, we need to have other outlets. So they got tons of them: Telegram, WhatsApp, Discord. Emailing is still one of the best ones. Have an email list, but an active email that you check. I'd say have a Gmail if you want to just have your business and whatever email, but an email just for contacting, I would go with Yahoo. The reason why is because with Gmail, they give you, I think your email comes with, like 15 gigabytes. 15 gigabytes seems like a lot. It's not really that much unless you are regularly cleaning your emails, because if people start sending you emails with attachments and files, it starts to add up in there. And also, they somehow attach your email to your Google Drive. So if you have too much stuff in your Google Drive, it will start saying, hey, you don't have enough space. And once you don't have enough space, they'll block the emails that you're sending. But when you sign up for a Yahoo gives you a free terabyte. How much is a terabyte? 1,000 gigs. So Gmail gives you free 15 gigs for email, and Yahoo gives you 1,000 gigs. It's a no-brainer. I've heard some people say, Yahoo? Who still uses Yahoo? You mean to tell me if somebody was going to give you a business opportunity and say, hey, look, I want to hire you, email me at you got the job at Yahoo, are you going to say, wow, you still using Yahoo? Like, why does it even matter? As long as you have an effective email, people are so fixated on, man, no one uses Yahoo anymore. I have to use Gmail.
So late,
you use it.
I would do the Yahoo fucking, the Yahoo. So it's too late for me.
Oh, yo.
But it's too late around this camp, you know what I'm saying, to be doing all that. But I would for sure do the Yahoo right now, bro.
I've been having Yahoo for like a decade, bro. For like over 10
Marcus,
years.
I see that in the back chat, brother.
Marcus, the real Yahoo. Yeah, hey, Marcus, remember they used to have Yahoo?
Bruh, Yahoo shopping. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark is an OG if you know about that one, and that's true, bro. So we got to be more efficient and more effective. And also, let me see this, since it is midnight, Black History Month. So we gotta say, happy Black History Month. The truth. We gotta represent. You know what I mean? And yes, this has been a great stream, so I'm gonna close it out with this. This is called Too Black. This is just kind of like a poem, an excerpt, so I'm gonna just go ahead.
Been using it for years.
Mr. Vouaghn Bryant already know. Vouaghn Bryant is extra.
You got an AOL too.
Vouaghn Bryant got the AOL. up. And Risa says, great stream like always. And shout out to Risa because she
Salute to
asked me,
Risa,
when are you
man.
going to start streaming more on your channel? So for everyone that definitely wants to contact me and wants to collab, you can hit me up on Instagram. Look at the bottom. Subscribe to my channel. Just type in B-Eazy Dat Dude. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I've been going through a lot, so I haven't been able to do as much as I want, but I got some pre-recorded content. I got some live streams. I got some heavy stuff coming on with some very prominent content creators and some very talented content creators. Some that are well known and prestigious, and some of them that are not so known but equally prestigious. Everybody that I associate with is well renowned, so anybody that's looking to collaborate, hit me up on Instagram. And if you just need to vent, or you just want to build something on and off YouTube, because I'm doing mentoring stuff, I'm working and doing financial literacy, I'm helping and doing tutoring, fitness groups. It's a lot of things that I have my hand in, that I'm trying to build something better for my community, but society at large. And when I say my community,
brother, do you censor, brother?
Do I censor what?
On your page, brother. Can I get on your page and say what I need to say?
I censor to a certain point. Now, as long as you ain't saying nothing that's gonna get my channel banned, then you up to say whatever. Like, as long as you don't say word that starts with an F and rhymes with maggot. If you ain't saying words like that, then yeah, you can say whatever you want, you know what I mean? But I'm also making back channels. I'm trying to figure out, am I going to do the Patreon? Am I going to do the OnlyFans? Am I going to do the Substack? I'm going to have some sort of...
I don't like how that OnlyFans sound, but you know what I'm saying, that Patreon, I be hearing a lot about that, though.
Nah, but see, hold on. See, this.
Hold on.
Yeah. You've earned one, Big Rig. I was trying to shut it down, Big Rig.
Talk it instead of OnlyFans.
Hold on. Now I'm doing a hold on. You know what I'm saying?
So when it comes to the OnlyFans, see, Big Rig mind is in the gutter. He thinking about all that scattered booty and boobs all over OnlyFans. But
brother, I ain't gonna lie.
There's plenty of people that are on there that are cooking and don't reveal any type of cleavage. People that don't show any type of a print on there. So like I said, it's something that I'm considering. I'm just considering a membership-based platform where, people are able to get content that will be unrestricted, and uncensored. So I'm not saying I'm doing it, but I'm saying it is a possibility. But I want people to get their mind out of the gutter. If I do get an OnlyFans, I will not be posting any X-rated content. However, if the crisis, I'm just saying,
if it's a crisis,
hey, if it's a crisis, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna speak right now, and not in part of B-Eazy, but part for myself. I just might be selling my feet pics there. FYI, I might just sell my feet pics.
Hey, supply and demand.
Yep.
So it wasn't my vision to do, but I just try to get the people what they want. You know what I mean? And if that's one of the things that they asking for,
that's red flag shit.
Vaughn, I get it. You're laughing right now, but hey, that produce looks mighty fine when you're hungry. You're gonna go hungry. That light's gonna go off. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I do not condone what they're talking about, Vaughn.
I have an OnlyFans channel and I'm doing cooking, or I'm teaching you how to make beats, or how to do graphics or AI. See, it's Big Rig, who is the horn dog. So all he thinking about is OnlyFans is just, you feel me, just a haven for thoughts, which it is. It is a haven for thoughts. It is a utopia for thoughts. But when I get on there, I'm gonna have an OnlyFans book club. I'm gonna have an OnlyFans cooking club. How about that? What's the difference between me talking about politics and books and empowerment on OnlyFans versus me doing it on Patreon? The concept is the same. The curriculum is the same. The only thing difference is the URL and the stigma and the connotation with it.
The platform.
I'm just saying, you think chicks ain't showing their cooch on Patreon? You think chicks ain't showing their cooch on Snapchat Premium? You see chicks showing their cooch on Instagram. What's the difference?
I will say this too. Majority of OnlyFans revenue and money they make based on their R-rated content, not everything else. That's why they kept it too.
Correct.
Ain't no correct, B-Eazy. Ain't no correct. You just talking about, man.
Hold on, Big Rig.
Hold on. If it's up, then it's stuck, man.
Hold on, Big Rig. So like he said, that's what most people are doing. However, there are people that make substantial. See, he's talking about the people that make the most. What if there are people that don't really want to make the most? They just want to be comfortable. There are plenty of people that are making significant amounts of money. They just may not be in the top 5 or 10%, but they really don't need to be. So I'm just saying, don't
That's valid. That's valid.
That's valid.
See, so who knows? We might see Big Rig on OnlyFans.
No, that's what we ain't gonna see.
Coming to a site near you.
Only slaps coming to a site near you.
Yeah, hey, so if you need any assistance, you feel me? And Mark has got you. Risa Neal says, I hope you showing some skin. They will pay you. Oh, dang, Risa Neal trying to get me to show the meat package. Risa Neal want me to.
Yeah, he did. Marcus talking about his feet, man. They done got so out of hand. It's so crazy up here, man.
I'm surprised you ain't say flag on the play, Big Craig. Maybe it's because you
major flag on the play.
You getting some ideas? Only slaps? Did Marcus say he wanted to put his feet on his nibble? Yes, Marcus is a, I guess a foot model now. So he moonlights as a foot model. And that's a big business.
He's proud of it too.
No, that really is a big business right there. So, shout out to Marcus.
I mean, think about it. Think about the women who are smart. They just put their feet there. Guys are paying $10,000 for a feet pic. Come on now.
Yeah, I can't be mad at that. Onlyfeet.com, so. But yeah, so it looks like yeah, bro, I think I'm gonna go ahead and rock out with these final visuals, and then we're gonna go ahead and just take it home. So
You are now tuned into another installment of Eazily Rigged. This broadcast will be uncompromising, unfiltered, uncut, and unrehearsed. Your support for the program is immeasurable. Thanks to everyone that has contributed to our growth, you are appreciated. B-Eazy Dat Dude, Big Rig slaps 2 of the dopest to ever do it, you feel me? Put some respect on their name. Enjoy the broadcast.
just go ahead and turn this up. I bring the pain like an aftermath of a car wreck. It's a lot of niggas that say they real. To me, that shit is far-fetched. Them cats is pussy. They really is on some feminine stuff. I ride up on them with the 40 ounces to definition of adrenaline rush. What it do is sweet like cinnamon puffer. My niggas is rough like Willow Pass. Grew up out on Mary Mac, but I used to hang on Willow Pass. These homes that I roll with, outcasts and misfits. For the zip lips when you get hit. When the fifth spit, flat line of your hit bit. Trap habits is black magic, no voodoo. Get the bands like Buku for the pain to go cuckoo. Mostly just foo-foo, so I'm shitting on them like doo-doo. I can't put y'all like tofu, I'm just saying, man, like Goku. Bad bitch at the house with me watching Netflix or Roku. Them both at the same time, and I swear to God it was so cool. Street legend, real boss, I call shots cause I'm still saucy. I know some G's to the bike on Chirac and fly back out the mill. When they hear me flow, they say I be burning up, burning up. Cookies to the drawer is what we burning up, burning up. What you ain't know, oh, we burning up, burning up. This shit so hot, it's burning up. Just go ahead and turn this up. When you hear me flow, say I be burning up, burning up. Cookies to the drawer is what we burning up, burning up. What you ain't know, oh, we burning up, burning up. This shit so hot, it's burning up. Just go ahead and turn this up.
Knowledge and relationships.